Hello, everybody. Welcome back to I Did This. We're back and we're here. And, our players are going to survive this. They're going to survive. I have faith. There's nothing bad going to happen. But anyway,
Nothing bad.
nothing
Ever happens
bad
to the
ever happens.
Kennedys.
Nothing bad ever happened to the Kennedys.
Oh boy. I just rolled the thing. Anyway, so uh, last we left off, they were trekking throughout the dollhouse they'd been trapped in, all turned into various different toys. They began making their way through and trying to find the way out. They encountered a couple entities within this place that seemed to, at least one of them seemed to have been somebody trapped in there. Previously. There was the scarecrow, that being that entity, but there was also an elk that gave them an ominous warning and a direction to go. Following its instructions, they were able to locate an apple after sacrifice and after braving the waters of the bog inside of this house and the crocodiles within. Um, they they made their way and found an apple, which up until this point they haven't tried to use, and they don't know how, but they have it in their possession, and we're told that in some way that this could help them. So they have that on their person. They began making their way through and found other objects throughout. One of them being a Concelida in a box, a jack-in-the-box with the head of one of the characters, Concelida. There was a toy-like diamond, except very large, that they were able to locate. There were a couple other items as well. One of them being like a I guess you'd call it like a nutcracker head. I guess is the best way to describe it. They braved a labyrinth to get that one with a thing that was chasing them, and nearly got sapling. But they eventually made their way to the top and found that they were able to get through the very last door, that leading into an altar room of sorts. Behind them, through the door that they came, then stood who they now know to be Lady Death, a hag who survived the culling of her kind by the church. She's very angry. She talked to them a bit, and, well, she was told some lies, and she doesn't like liars. But before we enter combat, I want to give you all one more opportunity to talk your way out. I know, in Chiron, you had something you wanted to try?
I do, yes. I will step forward to the forefront of the group, and I will say, I have this planned, I have this written, I wrote it
Oh, yeah.
before. I will say, Barbara, I know you've been hurt. What was done to you and your sisters was inexcusable. But can't you see that in turning your magic on these innocent people, you become what the hunters have labeled you, a lady of death? You don't have to be what they made you out to be. Even the Fey gods sealed themselves away to protect the world. Your magic can be used for more than this. You used to be a protector, Barbara. You can protect again.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
As you were saying this, the many arms around the room, tangled through shadow, were slowly encroaching around the room, walking along the ceilings and walls.
You good?
Your words are starting to have seem like they're having an effect, but let's see how much.
Come on. That's a pretty good roll. That is a total of 22.
22. The arms around the room stop, and her body, she has not moved, her eyes locking on you as you approach. And as you say these words, she seems... Your words have moved her, and she's hesitating. She looks to you and she says, "Blood must be spilled."
And blood has been spilled. You've taken your retribution on those who hurt you. Any more would be superfluous.
She retracts most of these arms. She looks around to each of you in turn. If I let you leave, you will bring them to me. You will bring them, and they will kill me.
Ooh.
I definitely will not. I can't speak for the rest of these people. They would have to assure you.
She looks to each of you. Then speak your truth or your lies.
I would not dare do such a thing. At least I don't understand much.
We have the same enemies, you and I. I'm not interested in bringing them to you.
Okay. Those of you that thus far have said something, in Chiron, you as well, all of you roll a persuasion check. And we're going to take the group average out of those of you that are rolling. And that is just for those of
Ooh.
you that have spoken.
Where's persuasion? There it is.
I'm glad I haven't spoken because I'm so bad at
Bless
charisma.
my heart. I hope
I'll put
not
this in dice
that.
rolls.
Yeah, same.
Perfect. I'm going to pull that up here. That's very bright. Okay. And then Connor.
In the wrong chat.
Oh.
Hold on. Where is dice rolls? There it is.
Yep. There you go. Okay. That's very good. She'll look to each of you in turn, even those of you that have not spoken. And each of you feel there's this piercing. It's like your very being is being pierced by her gaze. She gives a nod and the rest of the arms retract. If what you say is true, and you can be trusted, then I will let you leave. As well as those of the town. Their sins paid. But I don't ever want to see any of you again. If I do, I will assume you are hunting me.
Would your cookies taste so good?
I
I'm
turned to
glad you like them, dearie.
Sapling as the only one who lives here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what will happen? Are you going to leave?
I'm going to have to. This place is no longer suitable. Maybe I'll
Oh,
find
well,
a nice wintry town in the forest, leaving breadcrumbs through the forest, something like that.
well, if we will not see each other again, hopefully your cookies can start shipping internationally.
Aww.
Oh, maybe I'll start a franchise.
Barbara's
I
cooking.
love this enemy that was about to slaughter us. No, don't. We love your cookies.
Well,
The cookie.
I certainly won't come looking for you.
Yes,
She is going to look. Oh, go ahead.
there's definitely no reliance on the church in these bones.
That's good to hear. And you, looking towards Seth, you say a similar enemy, though. Do you mean what you say?
People who hurt you hurt me too.
I'll remember that.
Telltale sign pops up.
Well, if you're ever looking to get back a little bit more, maybe eventually, we can become more than just this. Allies, maybe.
For now, that's a bit of a stretch. But we'll see. She is going to snap her fingers. And the room begins to melt like it's made of butter, beginning to melt and liquefy. Hi, s'mores. And you start to see as the walls fall away, you're still the same size and the table is still there. But the only thing that does not melt away, she melts away as well. And the only thing left behind is the door from which you entered this room. Behind it, you do not see a house. It looks like there's empty space behind it, but that is the only thing you see in front of you. Except for, of course, the table you're on. I suppose you could go jump off of that. That is an option.
No.
S'mores, get off the table. Jesus.
I would
Fighting
like
me.
to approach the door.
Like to approach the door. Okay. As you approach the door, you hear the faint sounds of the sea breeze and gulls and the creaking of ships. Very much the sounds of where
Open
you
it?
came. You open it. Through the door, you see a street full of people looking very confused, getting up from various states of rest. In the streets of New Hope Port.
I
Just
will.
turn to look at everyone.
I will go out the door into the people and help them wake up. Say, hello. Just try to help them recover. See if any of them are hurt in any way from suddenly passing out.
For sure. There are some people that may be like a minor bump on the head, but other than that, it seems like everybody just fell into a trance of some sort and then popped back up. A little dizzy-headed, and even you feel a little lightheaded, but it comes back and you're fine after a brief moment. Do the rest of you go through?
Okay. Yes. Oh,
You wait.
I will
I'll
put
be
the
the last
apple.
one out.
Go
Left.
through and just try to see if, any sort of change has reversed, if we're how we should be.
What I will note. So, those of you that were unconscious, which was only 2 of you, you wake up where you were. So for Sapling, you wake up in I believe you were in your home. Where Concelida, you
Sapling got dragged.
got dragged. You are correct. I'm
Yep.
wrong on that. Got dragged. So then the 2 of you, Concelida and Sapling, despite the fact that your vision is seeing this crowd, you walk through and immediately pop up where you were laying, surrounded by other people. For those of you that were not unconscious, you walk out of seemingly nowhere into just the middle of the street. And so those of you approach, the people just all look very confused, various different states of grogginess.
Do we see this clinic?
You do. That's where everybody is situated around currently. You are
That's-
basically right in front of the clinic.
All right, just go look for Concelida, and if Sapling's there.
Yeah, I mean, as of immediately going through the door, they both would still be there. They would be there, and they were outside because the clinic was super full. So immediately, as soon as you're out of the door, you see the 2 of them, as well as some of the other people that were outside.
Definitely see my big ass.
Yes.
Literally.
Wait, so would that mean in Chiron, Seth and I would be in the bakery?
Uh,
Or Oh yes,
You guys
wait.
actually step out in the middle of the street.
Okay,
Only the
thank
people that were unconscious are where they were.
yes, that's. I took the apple. I'm gonna just put it in my bag. I still have
Good
it.
to know. Uh-huh. Okay. So the bakery was not super far from where you all currently are. It was like a little bit down the street. You guys can see from where you are, the bakery is no longer there. The bakery, the entire building, is gone. In its place is a ship. It
Oh,
is a ship tilted just a little bit on its side because, it's rounded on the bottom. So it's kind of like fallen over and is leaning on the building next to it, which happens to be the guardhouse. Guards don't look too happy about it, and there are people shouting at each other. Like one guy on the ship is just like shouting down at the guards, like, "We don't know." And it does not look like one of the ships you saw in the harbor. Those of you that had like gone down to the wharf master and stuff, Kinsella and Merrick, it doesn't look like any of the ships that were there.
Is there any sort of identifying markings on it, like sails, anything on the side, like a?
Make a perception check.
All right. Oh, surely this is going to go well. I'm never rolling on this again. That's a 5.
A 5. What you see very plainly, that is hard to miss, is the sails are a bit tattered, in need of some repairs. The ship looks like it's been through a war. There are many holes in it, and it seems to have a full crew. But there are no identifying markings that really catch your eye.
You say a war. Is it like just like cannon fire or anything else more like the scoring of like magic, like arcane fire, acid, like freezing cold or anything?
So what you see is there are blast marks from what look like some either explosions, or cannonball strikes. There is some burnt marks, some scoring on it, but you're not sure if it's from arcane fire or not. Not at this distance. You'd have to get a little closer. Um, it's hard to tell if it's arcane in nature or purely physical damage.
Mhm.
the bugs are popping off. Where are they coming from? Ah!
Oh, yeah. I have a quick question.
Yes.
Has any time passed that we can tell since we've been in there?
Looking, go ahead and actually make me a survival check. Just taking like a look at the sun and like its position in the sky.
Survival. Ugh. 21.
21. You can tell it's about the same time of day. It's as if maybe a couple minutes have passed, but not the amount of time that should have.
I will go to the ship and look up at it and say, "Hello there. If anybody needs help getting down, I'm certain I could be of some assistance." And I start to offer to help some people down off of the deck.
Couple of the crew members that were kind of like, because the ship's again like half on its side, so a lot of the people are like using barrels and the railing to stand there because it's that you can't stand on the deck. So like some of them are like, "Oh God, thank you, nobody's doing this," and like they're like, "God, these people in this town, they're not helping us. This is great, thank you." And they start coming down, and then one gentleman, from his attire, you can gauge he's either someone higher up here, possibly the captain. He comes down, grabs your hand, gives it a vigorous shake. "Syrian Blackwater, can I help you?"
Oh, in Chiron Laradrian, I think I can perhaps help you. Do you have any idea how you came to be in the middle of town here?
That's what those fuckers keep asking us. Not a fucking clue. Um, we were sailing the seas, killing some people, things as we do. They were bad people, I assure you. We were what we call privateers. But then we came across this nice old woman. Started offering us cookies, and well, we haven't had cookies in a while, being on the sea for months. So we're like, oh, we'll take some cookies. And next thing we know, we're in the middle of this fucking town, and these people are asking us questions.
Oh, well, a similar sort of situation has happened around this
Oh.
place. I think it may have been something with the age of the ingredients. Maybe something went bad in the process.
Hmm.
It's a little odd, surely.
Strange. Well, huh. Interesting. Well, that's all well and good. Shit. Here, if you don't mind helping me get everyone else off the deck.
Oh, of course.
And so, does anyone else go over, or is it just in Chiron over there?
I'll go help. I'll go help in Chiron because in Chiron being
Okay. The reason I ask is because for those of you that do not go, I want to pop over to you and see what you're doing. So some of you have woken up from the nightmare that was. What are you guys doing now? You see in Chiron and Ulrich going over, helping this man in his land boat. What are the rest of you doing?
Making sure that Consolida doesn't sneak off because there are some things that need to be discussed. Also, just making sure that nobody has tended to her, any staff for obvious reasons.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't seem so. The staff is getting through people as quickly as they can, but like half the town dropped, so they haven't quite gotten to Consolida or
Fair.
something.
I don't. I
Okay.
have things to do. Hi.
Yeah.
Hello. So I would like to go that way.
I'm just gonna
If-
take a moment to recuperate, process everything that happened, and eventually undo that whole thing I told you I was doing last session.
Yeah.
And then I think after all that, I'll probably go over with in Kyron and Ulrich, and if maybe see if they still need some help.
Definitely. So they are the captain introduces himself, Syrian Blackwater, nice to meet you, and then is happy for the help, especially because you are much taller, so you don't have to reach up as far.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're over there. Merrick, you're watching Consolida. Consolida is wanting to leave, and I would say that's probably pretty evident that you're getting up.
Yeah.
So are you doing anything about that?
Just a hand on her shoulder, just to keep her down. The mechanical arm, the one hidden by a leather glove. Just holding, not tight enough to hurt, but the grip is unyielding.
Hey, I need the bathroom, so you can let go now.
Just squeeze slightly tighter.
Oh,
That was a foolish move.
what are you now, my dad? Which one? I did a lot.
You know of what I speak.
Hey, shouldn't you
You
be
should
here
never
helping
put
the other?
others' well-beings above your own. Not in that circumstance. Never like that.
Well, it's fine. I'm fine. See, alive, well, healthy. mostly. So you can let go, and you don't have to. You don't have to scold me.
It's not what happened, it's the principle of it.
Uh,
This was the other hand just pointing in her face. Don't ever do anything like that ever again.
Okay.
You had good intentions, but never at that cost. Not ever at that cost. You matter.
It is so sweet of you. You can let go now.
Ease up slightly. It doesn't look like she's about to bolt if I let go.
Something along the lines of that. I'd like to roll something.
What would you like to roll?
To hit.
To hit Merrick.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just an unarmed
Okay.
strike, so that's 17 to hit. I don't intend to do any damage, but with you gripping her shoulder like that and yelling at her like that, she kind of just flips off the bed, kicks you in the chin, gets up, and just dusts herself off.
I'm still holding on to you. You're doing that. And you're gonna come
Okay,
down
if
with
you're
me.
gonna try. Go ahead and
Get off me, for fuck's sake.
go ahead. Consolidate, roll me an acrobatics check, because that is more like what you're doing. And Merrick, roll me an athletics check.
Acrobatics. Yes.
Yes, because that is more akin to what you're doing with your description. So I'll give you acrobatics.
Well, that is a natural 20 plus 6.
Damn it!
It's that iron grip. Literally iron grip. Like,
Literally.
yeah. So you are held for the time being. Seth, while this is going on, what are you doing?
He's just kind of standing in the middle of whatever all of them are doing, just watching them.
Okay.
A look of being entertained on his face.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, then, Consolidate Merrick, do you have anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna get off.
You can try to escape again.
Get off.
But
I mean, after that hit, like he'll make sure to like kind of bring her with him, stand up, make sure that she gets on her feet, just gaze down into her eyes and let go. Don't do that again.
Just stand away from him. Look at the weird fish that's
And
laughing
cross
at
his
her.
arms.
He's not laughing. His eyebrows are just
Smiling.
slightly raised.
Oh.
He looks entertained, and that's about it.
Okay. So, as you let go, Merrick, about that time, Ulrich, Sapling, and can't say it, and Chiron. There we go. I don't know what just happened. That was weird. It's the spice from the food. A little bit. It's Creole. But anyway, you guys get the last person off. Syrian kind of dusts his hands off, takes off his gloves. He's wearing these like big, thick leather, black leather gloves. He takes them off, throws them down, because they're like torn to shreds. Just throws them down. All right. Standbach. All right. Do me a favor. Stand over there. You over there. He's gonna back up. He's gonna look around. Is there a church in this town by chance?
No, I don't believe so, but I am of the church, as is man
Oh,
right here.
Of course.
are you two snitches?
No,
No.
unless you're doing the crime.
Good. And then he's going to weave this ball of purple energy in his hand, touch the side of the ship, and just wrench it into the air.
Ooh.
And then
Fuck yeah.
slowly brings it over towards the water and kind of sets it in, they have like, where they would build ships, they have like one of those sort of nest type
port?
things.
Mhm.
Kind of like a port. They're actually usually at ports. They're these big things that are kind of shaped like a U, like a Y, and it's where they'll
yeah.
usually build ships so then it can get put in the water. He just kind of puts it on top of that. He's sweating a bit because a bit of effort. Puts it down. All right, time to fix it. Well, I greatly appreciate your help. That meant a lot. Getting my people down and everything saved me some time and effort. If you ever need of a ship before we leave, don't know how long that'll be. Look at the state of the fucking thing. You're welcome to come aboard if you need a ship. Just ask for Syrian Blackwater at the nearest bar.
Of course.
Random question. It might seem a little weird, but what's this town called?
New Hope. We're on the island end town of New Hope.
Oh, New Hope. All right, I know New Hope. Follow-up question. What, when are we?
Oh, I believe. What year is it? It's 30 years after, so
It
like
is 35. A is usually what they call it. It's the Age of Light, 35A.
Oh, New Age.
New Age, yeah, that was sorry. I mentioned it once in the intro for the campaign, and I haven't really mentioned it since. After, okay, real quick explanation as a reminder, because yeah, I mentioned it once. Basically, gods went away, church went into chaos, the spire fell, and they're like, "Oh, this is the dawn of a new age," and so they literally made it a new age, and it's been 35 years since.
It is 35A.
All right. Oh, all right. And he just looks very troubled, but is like laughing it off. He's like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Take care, sir.
Time flies, right?
Oh, shut the
Yep,
fuck up.
time really flies. Oh God. He goes over and he just claps a hand on the shoulder of one of the other crewmates. Like, you just had to have a fucking cookie, didn't you?
Well, that was
And then they
definitely
walk off
nice.
in the direction of a bar.
Aw. I hope they have safe travels. So
No, when
Yes,
we are near them.
Hydros bless their travels, of course.
All right.
Mm.
So, where do the three of you go now? Now that that is taken care of.
Well, I suppose we should meet up with our fellows.
You go back.
Actually,
Oh, yes.
I don't know if now is a good time. I mean, from like, I don't know what you're trying to
think
do
it is.
here, but
I'm not
I
trying to do
am
anything.
okay. I'm gonna put. I can probably reach. I'm gonna put a hand on Ulrich's shoulder. Just could we actually talk for a second?
I feel Ulrich like tense up because he wasn't expecting
I
it,
forgot. I
and he
forgot.
kind of instantly moves the hand away and looks up to Sapling. It's like, sorry. Yes, we can have a conversation.
Oh, great. Thank you. No, and Kyron's not a snitch, but you're not part of this. Anyway, see you later.
Of course. I will see myself
He's good.
out and go to the others.
Yeah, they just probably take a couple steps. Just so I don't think that the two of us are very well acquainted. I'm sure I've probably introduced myself. My name is Sapling. Well, that's what most people call me. Um, but I've actually been a little bit curious about you, Ulrich, was it? Because, well, actually, earlier I received a letter from Consolida, and in it she actually mentioned you.
Oh,
But unfortunately, she didn't have very nice things to say. Um, which I find a little strange because she was kind of weaving these stories about how you were kind of um but meeting you, you seem like an okay guy, and I I don't know. I just kind of wanted to be acquainted because I don't know, you don't seem like the type of person whose bad side I want to be on.
um, you give like a slight look of confusion, then skepticism, then concern, then back to neutrality. And he's like, uh, well, Sapling, if I may see what my dearest sister decided to talk about you with me would be most excellent. I would feel very worried if I was, you know, giving off a bad impression.
Oh no, really not at all. You seem like one of the more serious members of this little friend group that we've got going on. I mean, serious. You could argue that some of the others are serious, but maybe a bit too much. You seem rather well-rounded.
Oh,
Um, and with that being said, again, I know we aren't the best of friends or anything, but
mm,
you seem like you have a responsible air about you, and maybe you are good at looking after people. If it's not too much of a bother, could I confide in you something?
of course. I have no problem with that, and you may always trust me with your words.
Well, that is great to hear. Thank you. Um, I don't know if all of us are planning to stay together for a long time, but as long as we are together, could you please look out for me? I have some issues. I memory issues, and there have been plenty of times where I have ended up somewhere, not known how I got there. I don't actually know what has happened today. I was in my house eating a cookie, and now we're in the middle of the street. So, um, whatever happens, please just look after me, if it's not too much to ask.
Oh, not at all, and I wouldn't mind assisting you if you have a problem with memory. The best I can also offer with being my assistant is most likely to write down the things that have happened so you can read them. If that's okay with you, of course.
Oh, that would be so helpful.
Yes, well, I'm very glad that I can help you out, Sapling. You seem like a very kind centaur.
Oh, thank you. You seem a lot better yourself than someone seemed to let on. I'm very glad to know that you are someone who can be relied on.
Um, yes, of course, but if I may ask, what did my sister write about me?
Well, I think I actually still have the letter. He's gonna like rummage around in his little pocket, like take out a sickle so he doesn't slice his fingers off. Like, ah, here it is. Yes, you can read it for yourself.
I'll send that over to you.
Thank you.
You can see stinky Ulrich.
Thank you, man. The speaker.
Not stinky.
Nasty. Oh, oh, shit, scared. Scared.
You want to read
Scared.
it out loud? Is that
Scared.
what you want?
I'll read it out loud because I feel
Okay.
like it'd be better.
Here you go. Hey, let's have another round of this.
Greetings, Sapling. It has been quite some time since we've conversed, and I'd like to apologize for our last altercation. I was very unfamiliar to you, and I would rather be friends, if you wish that too. I will meet you at a later time to have a more depth conversation for now. I'd like to give you 20 gold for the plants I ate last time. Also, there soon happens to be a priest with bluish hair and a pendant with a moon in it, and a sour, self-wallowing face. I'd stay clear of him if I was you. All he brings is dark clouds into a bright light. He sucks. His expression, right. So he reads it. He reads the last one, so his voice trails off, and Ulrich's face kind of just saddens a little bit, but then it goes back to neutrality, and he's just like, that sounds like my sister, I suppose.
She's a bit of a wild one.
I grew up with her. A crazy one, but I still love her, regardless of her little comments. Is that my face? I apologize if this was your first introductory to my existence. Sapling, I promise. I'm trying not to be what my sister deems as a stinker.
Yes, it actually was the first I'd heard of you, but quickly I started to piece together that you don't smell, first of all. But other than that, metaphorically, your soul does not stink either, I don't think.
I would sure hope so. Not. I will have to discuss with my sister about this piece of parchment later. She's been avoiding me, and it's quite frustrating, I will be frank.
Yes, she seems to have a lot of questions to answer to. Perhaps we should try to find her.
That would be a good
God
idea.
damn it.
And like, Ulrich will gently pat Sapling's hand and is like, I'll be sure to buy a journal for you and write down everything that happens. Promise.
Oh, thank you.
We'll let us head back.
Let
Oh!
let us.
Let us.
Let us.
Let us. Let us go.
Oh boy. So, question for, and because I'm thinking about it here, because you guys might, it sounds like you're going after Kinsella. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Kinsella,
No.
where did you go after Merrick let you go, or did you stay there
I was
without
there.
knowledge of the fact that they are coming?
I was just stood there staring at this weird raised eyebrowed fish, understanding that this is what he actually looks like. Kind of grumpy, my shoulder was gripped, and just noticing in Chiron, just like, priest. Well, I would like to go, and she'll start looking around for places to go, but she didn't actually leave, which is
Okay.
my. I hate.
So then after here's what I'll say. Go ahead and make me a perception check, and then I will tell you what happens.
Oh no.
Perception. That's a store-bought 20, baby.
Okay, store-bought 20. There you go. So you see, you see the fish, you see in Chiron. Oh god, the ship, oh god. that happened before. You're looking around for places to go, and I mean, there are quite a few. I mean, the town is not super big, but there are places to go, and there are areas outside of town as well. But trying to actually grab the map here for my sake. There we go. So you're there. There's the clock tower. There's the inn that you guys came from. There's the house that you were at before in the very beginning, before you joined up with the party. That's a little bit to the north. There's the dock. There's a farm. There's a few places. And then the market, which at this point I think the
That
market would
clock
be like closing
tower
up. Clock tower.
looking.
Okay.
That looks really nice to climb.
Oh no, that's probably correct. And so you start to walk toward the clock tower, and then you kind of look to your side. With a 20, you'd see this. You see Ulrich and Sapling approaching. You're not at the clock tower yet. You're not there yet. You're like starting to walk there. You walk for like a minute, and then you kind of look out the corner of your eye and see them approaching you.
Oh, no. Just start walking faster.
Okay. So the two of you, Ulrich and Sapling, you see, and anyone else who'd be looking, like Merrick, if you're still watching, you'd see too. But the two of you that were trying to go to Consolida, you see Consolida starts walking faster, clocks you, walks faster.
Can I try to catch up to her?
Okay. Yeah. So question, Consolida, what's your movement speed?
No, that's what I want to ask. You know the spell Longstrider? Is that still active or is that melted away like butter too?
I'm gonna say, how long does it last?
An hour.
Hour, and you cast.
You said last session it been like 20 minutes since I cast it, so
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'll give it to you. It's still being up.
that's
I think
40
that's reasonable.
movement speed. I don't want to be. I don't want my
You know who
consequences. Thank
else
you.
has 40 movement speed?
Fuck
No,
you.
can I can't. I have 30. I can't keep up with the both of them.
Step
You
aside,
couldn't.
Ulrich.
Sadly,
Thank you.
but Sapling can catch up. And so,
Oh.
Consolida, you start going 40 movement speed. Everyone's giving you weird looks because you're running through the streets. And then, claw, Sapling.
Oh no no
you.
no!
I'll say there's probably like a distance of about 20 feet between you two.
Oh, that's sweet and lovely. I'm using my bonus action, my action to leave. I'm
You're
going up
dashing
the
with full-
clock tower.
Okay. Here's what I will say. Okay. Do you have anything
Don't
to give
make
you a
me
climb
cast
speed?
expeditious.
I do not know.
Are you trying to climb or are you trying to enter and use stairs?
I'm just like if I see a trash can up on that, climb a roof onto like a pillar. I
I'm
don't want to go
gonna need-
high up.
I'm gonna need an athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics, please. I'm good at that. 15 plus 6, 20, 21.
Okay. You are able to do so, but it is at half movement speed while you're climbing because you don't have a climb speed. So 20 feet.
That's fine
Is-
with me.
is
I
your
don't
climb
want to be on
speed
the
right now.
ground.
So you are able to get up if you wish. It's a pretty tall clock tower. It's, I don't know, maybe like 4 floors, so I don't know.
I just want to get on the, like where the first floor would be, like if there's like a gargoyle statue or something like that, and just sit
Oh.
up there looking down at them.
There's like you are able to. There's like the base is cobblestone and then it comes in a little bit, so you can kind of just get on like that little ledge. And yeah, then the two of you approach. Ulrich, you a little bit behind, and Consolida's perched up there like a gargoyle.
Consolida.
I don't. Why were you running at me?
Why were you running away?
Why were you running after me?
Get down from there, Consolida.
No.
Come on, you have some stuff to talk about to seemingly many different people.
I like it up here. Thank you. It's quite breezy, and cool, and not got people who want to talk to me up here.
You know, We can still hear you, and you can still hear us. If you want to stay up there, that's not going to stop people from talking to you.
That's. I can ignore you.
You're going to have to eat sometime. I know you have a hankering for flowers.
I really suggest that we either get inside or I'm going up there myself.
You couldn't even climb the stairs, never alone a clock tower.
Hey DM, what do I gotta roll to climb?
It'd be an acrobatics or athletics check.
Give me that shit.
For obvious reasons, I could not get up there.
Ulrich can't really do much
Rotate.
anyway. There's something about that. But I can't really get up there. He's probably gonna try and then fail.
I have
It's
an
something.
offer, though. I have an
Oh,
offer.
what's your offer? What's your offer?
If Sapling can't climb, but Sapling could give advantage, allowing you to springboard off if
Oh.
Sapling wanted to do
Please.
so.
Please, Ulrich.
Yeah.
Please, Sapling.
So you get advantage in that case.
Yay.
I'll fucking buck you into the sky.
Let's see if you can land.
It's only 5. It's not working.
Was that the highest out of the 2 rolls?
Oh, I didn't do yeah, because the other one was like a 7.
A 7. Okay. Then yeah, you like start to get a foothold, and it's not that you probably couldn't, it's that some of the footholds are really loose.
Yeah.
And so your foot kind of slips and you're like, I know. Because you are smart enough to know that if you tried to do that, you would probably fall and break your ass.
Yeah, that's what and he's just like slides back down and is like, Consolida, please get down from there.
I just want to talk to you. I'm not going to bite you.
She's not getting down.
I'm getting married. Nowhere starts walking back to get the motherfuckers.
I'll keep watch.
Okay.
Damn it.
Sapling, keep watch. Perfect. And then Ulrich, you're going to get who?
Merrick.
Merrick.
You
Okay,
just-
so
yeah.
you approach Merrick.
Merrick.
You know that look or that pacing someone does when they're just seething with rage and anger and hate?
Oh,
Yes.
I relate to that, buddy. Oh. Ulrich walks up and is like, you too?
What is it?
I need your help to get Consolida down from this tower, if you would be so kind. I have a few words to speak with her about. Please.
Kind of looks away, looks to the side, closes his eyes just to focus away from all of this. Sighs deep, and he looks to Ulrich. Well, you and the others were taking care of whatever it was you were doing. I may have spoken with her and been too rough in my approach. But I suppose I could help. Perhaps she just needs time to calm down from it all.
Even if that is the case, she is not listening to reason, nor is willing to at least have a conversation. Look, I deserve
And
answers.
you always are?
I'm quite a rational person. I just want answers. So please, Merrick, if you will be so inclined to help me for just this once.
Lead the way.
Ulrich will do so.
Sapling, come
Lead-
on. Leave me alone.
Why?
You're gonna scold me again. I don't need that.
Do you not?
No.
Are you sure?
Please don't be one of them too.
Hey, I don't have anything to yell at you about. I have no idea what just happened.
Consolida.
No. Just hides behind the gargoyle.
There she is. Up there.
Stand there, arms crossed, looking up at her.
Seth totally is just following you guys.
Yes!
Not a word from him yet.
I,
You're going
if
as well.
everyone is
Yeah.
together, then I'm probably here as well. And
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it, yo.
The nosy bugs. We eat straight rocks.
Consolida, young lady, I personally do not want to scold you, though I would like to just have a talk. When you're
The
ready,
la-
of course.
The last time a priest said that about me, I almost lost my life. Why would I go down to that?
You want some sunflower seeds?
No. Although there's some really nice right about now.
Consolida, please. For the love of any god up there. Get down.
You wouldn't
Well,
know that, would you?
Consolida, please. I would just like to talk.
Well, how about you two just promise not to be mean?
He already failed that. Looks at Merrick.
I will apologize for my approach earlier.
I'm
You
gonna look
understand,
at
given
you.
everything that happened and the emotions from it. Simply concerned for you.
I'm gonna look at. I'm going to inspect the cookies that I bought earlier in the day and see if there's any remnants of magical energy just
I
still
swear to
around,
God.
or if the spell's
Hmm.
been definitely broken.
Make an Arcana check.
Priest leading a little girl with candy
I
and
don't know that there's shit wrong with
cookies.
those cookies.
I'm just drooling so
Well,
fast.
that is a natural one, so I don't know.
I guess we'll never
You
know.
are. You're confident there's nothing wrong with them.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm fairly certain that the cookies that Barbara made are okay to eat now, and I still have some if you'd like one.
We'll have some. I could eat cookies up here if I wanted to. I don't want to go down there.
Did you pay for the cookies?
Consolida, please. This feels childish, if anything, to be honest with you.
I'll let your one to talk.
See, this is what's wrong. It's this attitude. Everyone just needs to calm down. And Consolida, you can come down here and we can all have a civil discussion with no rudeness.
I apologize for it, but I'm seeing it as it is.
I have to interject for a brief moment. Seth, are you near the back of the group?
Ooh.
Oh no.
You could say he's kind of near the back, just kind of watching as this goes down.
Okay, then
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Kincelida, you see this because of your vantage point. The rest of you are kind of looking at Kincelida. Probably don't, because Seth's, a bit in the back. Somebody just comes up, locks arm with Seth, and they just walk off. And Seth,
Oh.
do you have any reaction, or do you wave as you go?
He legit just looks at Consolida, waves, as he's being dragged off.
Guys,
What?
guys,
I
What?
will.
fish.
I will look and see, and
Look
I will
around.
attempt to briskly follow.
Okay. There is
Look around
one,
and see.
actually.
He
Not
doesn't
my
remember
fishy
his
friend.
name. I don't think he ever gave her a name, so she's just been calling him Fish.
Wait, yeah, because she was crunk.
Yeah.
I will give a description in a moment. Connor never sent me the thing, so hold on. Not that I've seen.
My fishy
Yeah,
friend,
please.
don't leave. My fishy friend nearly got kidnapped. I want him back again.
Don't let him get turned into sushi.
No!
Okay. So, what you see is a very those of you that look, I believe in Chiron, you said you're looking over at what's happening.
I am too, because
Yeah.
I can see it.
I am as well.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
looking
all look.
over.
You see a very wrinkled and grumpy looking elf. He's
Yeah!
pretty tall,
no.
with really tied up like in a bun, but kind of a little loose, in certain places. Black hair, and he's wearing a black and yellow robe. And he's
After
just
him.
locking arms with Seth very firmly, like Seth pulled to his side, and is walking down the street towards.
Does it look like he's being dragged away, or more like led quickly with purpose?
Seth, how? I mean, like it is quick and with purpose, but
Yes,
Seth,
what
are you
is-
going? What are you doing?
Yeah, what is Seth going willingly? That's my
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of a fight, more so not because this guy's dragging him, but more so because he's trying to turn to walk forward.
Oh. Huh?
Well,
Yeah.
then I will briskly follow, definitely.
But-
Follow.
The fish. Bring back the fish.
You, Elf, what are you doing?
Ooh.
Good.
Give us back our fish friend.
There is no response to what you're saying. He just is
If
still
everyone
walking.
else is going, I'm gonna babysit Consolida more.
I'm getting down as soon as
I look
everyone
back
else
a little
goes.
confused. Like when he says elf, I'm sort of confused for a second and then continue forward.
Okay. I do want to ask though. So, Consolida, you're saying if everybody goes, you're going.
Yeah, like while everyone
Okay.
turns and like goes to retrieve the fish, I'm going to slink down and
I'm
look at
staying to
Sapling
babysit
and
you.
follow. Go away.
Okay. So then, Sapling, do you and Consolida follow? You keeping an eye on Consolida?
If she's gonna go, then I'll go with her.
I would.
Okay.
I don't like ominous old men grabbing what looks like baby fish. So give back the fish.
Okay. Well, you follow, and he, Merrick, you shouted out. He does not even look at you. He doesn't even break stride. And about this point, you're reaching crossroads. There is basically, if you were to go left, it's toward the market. Right is toward like the nicer house where the Lord lives. Straight would head toward the docks. And he seems to be going straight.
Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start running. How
Start
does this
running,
old
okay.
man react to being
Yes,
tackled?
I'm also going to start.
Start running.
Yeah,
Running.
Concella's going in like that. I'm going after too, with weapon drawn.
Okay. Oh, weapon drawn. Ooh.
The only weapon
they
I have
are-
is kind of my spear, but I'm using that more as the walking stick than
Oh!
anything.
Yeah.
I'm starting
I
to
love
breathe
it.
a little heavier.
Oh, no. How dare you and Tyrone, please.
And so
And
they are briskly walking, and some of you are running after. So you are closing the distance, and he doesn't even seem to react. I will say probably Merrick would be like the first person who could get to him if you chose to. Do you want to rush directly up to this person?
I mean, yeah, he has his weapon up more so for intimidation purposes. It doesn't look like he's like getting up ready for a swing or anything. He's like, "Hey, I'm talking at you," trying to like get his attention and stuff.
He stops. Do the rest of you stop?
After
was
after I
running
get
to, like-
up to him, I will. But
Okay.
So I don't
You
run
get
into
up to
him.
him.
Yeah, I'm stopping.
I was
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was running like in between, aiming directly between Seth and this old man to like just whoop, and then push Seth away.
Okay. Consolida, I would like you to make me an athletics check. Because if that is what you have long strider, so you can get there about the same time, even though you were behind. You can do that and get up
Athletics.
there. Athletics.
Oh, I don't have a plus to that, but that's still a 19.
Okay. So you are trying to shove them apart, shove Seth to the side, right?
Yeah.
You go up. And this man is older. Not a lot of gray in his hair, but older. He moves with a speed you were not expecting. He lets go of Seth and pushes Seth a little bit to the side. He turns, palm straight to your chest, and I need you to make a con save.
Oh.
Oh. I 17.
17? -4 would be 13. That is a failure.
Ow.
So you are... The breath is out of your lungs and you are stunned for a brief moment. It passes within a few seconds, about 6 seconds, but... most 6 seconds. But you just feel all of the air out of your lungs. He takes a step back and his hands are up, just in a defensive position, and he looks at each of you like he's gauging something at each of you.
Oh,
His
we,
hands...
we mean...
Oh, go ahead.
No, you first.
His hands go down. Not worth my time. Seth, let's go.
Oh,
How do you?
where are you taking our companion?
Seth, have you not told them about me?
To be fair, I've known them for a
What are you
very
doing?
short period of time, and for most of that, yeah, no.
He sighs with the disappointment of a father.
Oh. Oh, my heart.
He looks at Seth, looks at the rest of you. My name is Olakas. I am Seth's mentor.
Oh.
Oh,
Huh?
I am Seth's mentor. My name is Olakas.
oh, and you need him for training?
Yes.
Training, of course. Thank you for the explanation. I will gauge. I want to see if he's lying.
Oh, please do.
Slightly lower my guard on the great sword that I have.
He, Merrick,
Of course, I'm just holding
he
it,
looks
not
you-
really any
he-
stance
he
in
looks
particular.
you in the eyes, Merrick. Looks at you specifically. Looks at your sword and looks at you. I'd love to see what you could do with that. And then looks back at Seth.
That's a 21 on my insight, I
Um,
assume.
Through all of the uncaring in the face, all of the great amounts of disappointment and boredom, there is truth in that. There's truth in what was said.
And you will return him to us after the training?
Should not take long. If
Of
Seth
course.
is improved, maybe it'll take longer.
He's telling the truth, as far as I can tell.
Well,
I mean, if you guys are so concerned, you could just go with us.
oh,
If
Is
you don't
that all right?
care.
yeah, is that from
He
one
looks
speak?
to each of you. You could come watch. If you interfere, you will become part of training.
Mm-hmm.
I will come watch. I don't know about. Yeah, I will go with them.
Sounds good.
I love supporting my friends' interests.
Yes. Okay.
It'll be fun, I suppose. And nice.
So,
I'm
is
so
there
happy.
anyone who is not going along?
Consolido?
Looks to Gonzalo.
Consolido.
Nah, you're coming.
You already have
I'm stood there like wheezing. It's like
It was a pretty hefty hit. Like it was all palm straight to your sternum. It hurt.
You okay? Do you need a ride?
Shut the
The man, because he's still by you, Consolida, he reaches over, pats you on the shoulder. You took the hit like a champ.
Thank you.
Anyway, we're going to get going. I have a warehouse rented out in the dock. Seth, this way.
I'll start following.
Okay. So you all go down to the dock, and sure enough, he enters a warehouse. And it looks like this was just a warehouse that had like boxes and barrels and things. You can see scratch marks in the ground. A little bit of sunlight, what's left of sunlight for the day, coming through the like slats in the wood. But you can see, Seth, that he's put down a bunch of like sand and things on the ground, more to emulate sort of like a training pit back home. And so he walks to one side. You know the drill. You get to the other. He puts his hands up and he motions for you to come. He is letting you get the first hit. And the rest of you, he just kind of motions for the rest of you to take a step off to the side. And as Seth is rushing at him, he's like, remember, if you interfere, you are part of training. And then he looks back at Seth. What are you doing,
I
Seth?
want to go up.
Oh, you want to go up? There are rafters. You
Yeah,
can. I'm not going to make
Yeah,
you roll
I'm
for this
going
one.
up there. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
just gonna sit and watch.
Yeah, you can get up there. Perch up there.
Making
get a
sure to
beer,
keep an
it'll be-
eye so it doesn't leave,
You know what?
but
You, I'm rolling stealth check just
Not
to avoid
following.
you.
You want to roll stealth? Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll stealth.
It's 17.
Okay. So anyone, Merrick, you actually specified you were looking though. So go ahead and roll me perception because you are doing an active search, and then we'll get into the combat.
that will not be enough.
Okay.
And
So then
that is a 16.
16. Just so close. I think, Seth, you would be able to, because I think your perception's high enough, but you are in combat, so you're not really looking. Go ahead and roll me whatever you're going to do.
One punch, and then bonus action unarmed.
Okay.
Where's my plus? There. First one's 16. Second one is math that I can't do in my head right now.
Okay.
Is 22.
22. So the first one, he catches your fist with his hand. Second one, he's going to just literally parry it off. He's going to use his reaction to parry the second attack, causing it to miss. The first one, he just catches your catches your hand. He knows how you operate. And then the other one, he just bats it away. Is that your turn?
That is a good question. I need to scroll all the way down to my stats. How do you work? Are those just things, or are they an action to do? A type of action? Question mark.
I don't know. What is it?
I can't find it.
If you tell me what
Key
it is, I know.
points.
Key points, yes. They are your currency that you use to use certain abilities like Step of the Wind, Flurry of Blows.
Step of the Wind is bonus action. That's a bonus action. Okay, those are cool.
Yeah. Key points are things you use like spell slots to do other things. They are not something that has their own action economy. It's all determined upon the ability you use.
That's what I was trying to figure out. No, nothing else. That's all he can do.
Okay. I'm gonna use the fact that he has your arm in his hand, and he's going to well, he knows what he can do. So he is going to yank you forward, and he's going to bring his elbow down on your arm. It does a 21 hit.
No, obviously not. Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Damn. Okay. So then I'm gonna roll this. How much HP do you have, by the way, just so I can math this out?
15.
15? Okay, I think that works out. That's going to be 12, and as he brings it down on your arm... Yeah, sure. There we go. I was trying to do a thing with arm snaps. Two pencils was too much. Anyway, or 3 pencils was too much. I'll remember that for next time. So he brings his elbow down, and all of you watch as the arm snaps, and it just is hanging limp. He's then going to use his bonus action, and he is going to... Actually, just go ahead and make me a con save. He's going to do a very similar thing to what he did to Kinselda. Just palm, except this is going to be a crack up under the chin.
Ooh.
20.
20? That does succeed, because he can't do that thing again. So you get a crack up under the chin, but you're a little dazed, but you snap out of it almost immediately. You've been hit in the head many times. So you're able to snap out of that, your turn, down one arm. I'm going to say that is your offhand. So anything that'd be like an offhand attack, you cannot do.
I would definitely start to step forward, but I wouldn't step into the sand area.
The eyes lock on you the moment you start walking forward, watches you not pass the circle, looks back at Seth.
I'm getting ready to go heal him once the training is over.
Yeah.
There's the difference.
Hey, Connor,
Yes.
would you be upset if we were to intervene?
I don't care personally, but good luck.
I mean...
It's a training session. Seth will not die.
Yeah,
Correct.
but
None
I
of you
assume
would
that...
die. This is training.
Okay. Me want to join?
You want to join? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will say you'll be after Seth.
You know?
Yeah.
Basically, Olakas, that's his name, by the way. He'll go last at all times.
You know?
Yeah.
I think Seth was a little more dazed than he thought he was, because that would be a natural one. I do not know. No.
Go ahead and roll a flat d20. Is that another natural one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Here's what I'm going to say. How much HP you got left? What is it, like
3?
3? Okay. That actually, perfect. So how are you doing this attack? What were you attempting to do? Was it just a jab? What were you attempting?
Yeah, his usual arm.
Okay. So he is going to grab that. He is going to, again, basically just pull you in, getting you within range, brings a knee up right in your chin, and then just throws you to the side unconscious. Kinselda, you wanted to enter the fray.
I was in the rafters, correct?
You were up in the rafters, basically, I'll say directly above him.
Yeah, how tall? How many feet up?
Like 15 feet.
Oh. I would like to skydrop.
Skydrop. Okay.
Onto him.
Are you attacking, grappling?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and attack.
Okay. You would get advantage, because, actually, wait, what was your roll before? 20 what?
To hide?
Your stealth before, yeah.
Oh, that was 17. He has a high perception, doesn't he? Because he's a monk.
Oh, yeah. Literally,
Yeah, this
you
is-
start dropping, he throws Seth to the side, and he's already looking up, hand outstretched in your direction. But
Yo, could you not?
what are you doing?
I
Actually, I
don't.
need to
I
look at
supp-
something. Wait a minute, don't do anything
I'm gonna
yet. Hold on.
die.
Hold on. I need to check a thing and see if this is how this works, because he has this. What is this? That's not that. That's not that. But that is that. Okay. It's actually really funny. He, again, hand up. He's going to try and grapple you. This is,
Oh.
as you enter his attack range, he is able
For fuck's
to
sake.
get an opportunity attack. So this would be athletics versus your AC. Which off the top of my
Not
head, I
very
don't
high
know your
then.
AC. That's like a 22.
Don't. Yeah, I'm gripped.
He literally grabs you, spins down on the ground. And this is like grabbing
Ow.
your basically like your shoulder and just slams you into the ground right next to Seth. No damage,
Ow.
but yeah.
Ow.
I want to ask. So, well, now it's your turn. Now that was his reaction. It is your turn. You can still attack. You are grappled. You just can't move. That's all grappled does, is you can't move.
I don't know. I'm just gonna like, okay, put my hand over
Just
and
like-
Seth and
Just hands up.
yeah, just drop swords. Okay. Touches Seth and gives him my healing hands pool. He has 3 HP now.
Oh, there you go, Seth. So you are no longer unconscious, and maybe one of your wounds was healed a little faster. You are now awake. You see Concelida on the ground being held next to you, and Olcast just looks at Concelida. Welcome to training. And then he is going to just bring his fist, boom, right in the face.
Oh.
Or so you think. Right next to your head. Training is over. Lets you go.
I hear that training is over, and I immediately go to Seth, and I
So,
kneel
Val.
down
Yes.
next.
I have a question, because this does have to do with what's about to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you sending me a question, or are you asking a question?
I'm trying to word thing. Hold on.
Okay.
Because, like, we haven't quite made the stat yet. We haven't, like, written it out.
Correct. And we will get that. Do you want that to be in effect now?
I would like to use that.
Well, actually, we did talk about how it works.
We did. We just haven't finished writing it out yet.
The thing that would matter, we do have, though.
Correct.
So you know how it works?
No.
Okay. God damn it. All right. Hold on. Mute. Sorry. One moment. New things.
All
Alright, quick, let's brushing up our lip reading skills.
There. Unmuted. There we go. We're good. I can hear you.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. So, Connor, you are doing the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
can I do description
Yeah,
for
please.
once?
Go ahead.
Fuck yeah. So, in Chiron, you start going up to Seth. He's already getting up, and you see him grab his arm. You hear it crack as he puts it back in place and holds it for just a few moments. That one hurt.
My boy, are you all right?
My boy, no.
By the way, for your info, Val
Impressive.
was
I
7
love
back.
this old ass man.
Good to know.
Do you need any more healing? I can provide some.
No. Everything should be... Camera? Everything should be back to normal in a little bit.
You're sure?
He's done worse than that.
Can confirm. Last time I broke both your legs.
Listen. Let's try not to do that again. That one kind of hurt.
This one is very resilient.
I do look a little concerned and a little slightly upset at Olacaz, but I kind of like tentatively like kind of ruffle his hair and then go back to the bleachers because I assume that he's give him
There's like a
grade.
He's gonna go up to Seth. He's gonna look Seth over. You have things to work on. And he starts just going through, like, you have an opening here. You need to block here more. Quit blocking with this. Block more.
Forgive me. But when I do block, I still get my arm broken.
You block with your forearms too much.
What else do I block with?
I don't know. He looks at you. Someone just honked out outside our window. That was weird. Gonna look at you and just kind of be like, all right. Well. Drinks on you this time?
If you tell me how much coin I have.
That's right. And he holds out his hand for your coin pouch.
Just drops the whole thing in his hand.
How much do you have? Oh my god. Not only does Seth not know, Connor doesn't know.
55 gold.
55. He looks through it really quick. 55 gold. Hands it back.
Bug the others later with that.
He just holds out his hand.
He takes it back.
All right. Well, we're gonna go have a drink somewhere. If you want to come, you can. Training's over, and does look to Cancelida. Are you
She's
okay?
not good up. She's on the ground still.
I didn't hit you that hard. I said you were sturdy before. Don't prove me wrong.
Shut up, Wrinkles. I'm fine.
Did you just call him?
Wrinkles. I don't feel like getting up at all. I'm not hurt.
No. I'm the only one that gets called him.
Okay. Well,
His
you
name
can be Wrinkles
is
Jr.
Olacaz.
That's nice.
Oh, you
I
actually
don't
know my
care.
name. That's great.
I don't know what you're talking about, old lick ass.
Fuck off. He's gonna
Okay,
reach in his
that was
pocket.
good.
He's gonna he's gonna grab a healing potion, toss it down to Cancelida. It's just like a normal standard healing potion. If you're really that hurt, here
I
you go.
don't need this. Go away. Don't give me your pity.
It's not pity. It's pathetic. Get up.
Forgive her. She's bullheaded.
Fair enough.
You'll sit up, but you can see that she's crying.
Oh, why you? Oh no! What, Seth? What is going on?
I thought you'd take more of a hit than that.
Go away.
Oh no! Did I say something?
Can I cast?
It's been a long day.
Oh,
Yeah, it has been long. We got turned into doll.
I feel like
What?
there's a lot of explanation that's needed there.
Oh, there's
When we are
some,
drunk.
there's some there was a baker and we think that she used some bad ingredients and made us go a little crazy. And I will take out the cookies that I had and show them to Olacast to support my story.
He's gonna grab one and give it a sniff. Huh.
Seth's gonna lean close to Olacast. It was a hag.
He crunches on one of the cookies, on the cookie you gave him. Dated one of
Okay,
those
Hmm.
ones. That was fun. And then he's gonna pocket the rest of
Well,
the cookie.
Dave, Dan's
Dated a hack, and I haven't heard of this.
There are many stories I haven't told you.
Well, you're telling me that one over drinks.
All right.
If you guys want to join us, kind of looks down at his coin pouch. As long as I don't run out, I'll pay for it. I don't know how much drinks usually cost.
you should be fine with 55 gold, and I think I will join you.
Yeah, I'd like to come along. I can pay for my own though. It's not a problem.
I will, suppose I will sit down. Oh,
I'll get you a special drink, Kinselida, if you want to join us too.
He sheaths their swords. He just walks out.
can I go after her?
You can do whatever you would like, yes.
She's following Olocast or Seth wherever they're going. She's just not
Oh,
saying.
they haven't left yet, so that's why it sounded like you
Yeah.
were leaving.
Okay, well, she's waiting outside.
Okay, then you all go, and you end up going to the only real tavern in town that serves drinks, which is the same one that the entire crew of the ship and Syrian Blackwater are at. It's pretty empty other than that, but they're there too. And they're all just like very worriedly and confusedly talking about their situation. Olakas walks in, and immediately, those of you that are like sort of combat oriented, Seth, you definitely noticed this. Merrick, you would definitely notice this. The martial types, I think Consolida, you might even notice, immediately clocks every single person in the room, their weapons, what dangers there might be. Kind of looks around, shrugs, walks up to the bar, and immediately starts ordering like 5 different things.
We getting
Looks
crunk
at
tonight.
Seth. Thumbs up.
I know I agreed to pay for drinks, but sheesh.
They're not expensive.
Well, as long
Oh,
as
shit.
You only say that because I wouldn't know if they were expensive.
You see
I'll-
the smallest smirk.
I can pay for some of them if they are actually.
Don't worry about it. I don't really have much of a use for the money in the first place.
Well, it's always good to have something,
No, Cass won't leave me with nothing. Right.
of course.
Right.
He does not answer.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at the bartender, and you do hear him order something called a hammer ale. Now, Seth, you would have heard him order this many a time. It is a thing that literally makes you feel like you just got hit with a hammer. You take damage from this. And he's told you before, in many of your drinking tales, the reason he gets it is because it's the only way he can feel like someone hit him.
Oh. Oh.
Well, if we're going together, I will sit at the bar, and I think I'll request, since I had a small plan in mind, I'll ask if they have any tea.
Honestly, they do. They have all kinds of drinks here. You want some tea? They have
Twisted
one
tea.
it's an import. It's the Sapphire Scotian tea. It's from the Scotian
Oh.
Empire. The flowers in it make the tea a very, very vibrant blue when it's steeped.
Yes, I will have a thing of that, definitely.
Okay. After a few minutes, they bring that out. They pour it and they put a folded up, like a dried out flower in it. And when it hydrates, it opens up in the center of the tea. And it's this
Oh,
very nice, like 5-petal flower.
What?
And,
I
Sorry.
hope you have your list.
I do.
Wonderful.
By
well,
the way, this is for any of you. If any of you do want drinks and you want descriptions of fancy drinks, I have a D100 list, and most of them have unique effects.
Yes.
well, while I'm drinking, I'm going to eat some of the cookies that I got for myself, some of the lavender lemon bread, because I feel like that would go really
Yeah.
flour.
It does, because the tea actually... Okay, I have a whole description, because I actually want to make this into a real blend. It has hints of, like, mint and lavender. It's mainly an oolong tea sort of base. But there's almost like a little bit of a nuttiness to it. It's pretty good. And it goes very well with the cookies. You don't feel any weird effects, though. So they could just be normal cookies.
They could be. I think they are,
You
actually.
think they are? Yeah. Okay. Anyone else
Quick
want
question.
I'll take a glass of wine. I just don't know any. Yeah, so.
Oh, that's fine. They have a few nice wines. There's some like fruitier stuff. And so they get you a glass of that. And Sapling, did you say you had a question?
Yeah. Is there like a menu or anything here?
There's a sort of menu. It's just kind of like hastily written on a chalkboard type thing on the behind the bar, and it seems like it's mainly like today's specials. They do have food too, so they have some different dishes and stuff if you want food. It's very bar food type stuff though. It's like kind of slot plates and like some really thrown together sandwiches. It's bar food.
Horsey's never had alcohol before. I don't think he's gonna look at like the
Oh.
little list and just be like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, that might be cool. Oh, that's cool. I'll just have them all."
Have them all.
That's so much.
Bartender looks at you as like, are you sure? You sure you want it all?
You might want to pick out a few randomly. There's quite a lot here.
Yeah, just a couple of things.
Okay. I mean, do you want me to just pick random things? Like I could just pick random out of the back.
I mean, yeah, just whatever's your finest.
Oh, finest. Okay. How many drinks would Sapling like? I'm gonna roll on this table that number of times.
He's
You want like
he's a
3?
big guy.
Or
Maybe like
4?
4 or 5.
4 or 5? Okay. Let me roll, and I will tell you them in the order that you get them. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, is right. You know what? I'm gonna make my life easier. Control F, and then I'll type the number. Okay, so, ooh, that's actually really great. So do you drink them as they come?
Yeah. Just
Okay,
shorten them down. I don't know what the fuck shorf means. I just mean that.
sure. You're shorfing it. Go ahead and make me a con save. This will be for each.
Oh, fuck.
You'll make a con save for each.
All right.
And then I
Oh,
will
I don't
describe what
need
you
that
taste.
dice anymore.
Hey Val,
Yeah.
when you get the chance, check Seth's chat.
As soon as I'm done with these, I
You
will.
said a con save?
Yep, con save. That is the roll for drunkenness.
Hey, I have proficiency in those.
Ooh.
That is a 17.
Okay. This one is actually pretty pleasant, and you're not feeling a lot of the effects of the alcohol. Kind of thematic for the sort of piratey islands. It is a rum drink with cinnamon and sugar. It's a very sweet, very cinnamony drink. It's called the Sweet Roll. And
You're just
the
making me
effect of
hungry.
this one is you gain an additional D4 to any sleight of hand checks for the next hour.
Oh.
And that's not one D4 that you use once. That is for the next hour, D4 to any, specifically pickpocketing attempts. If you can't tell, this is a Skyrim reference. Sweet roll, pickpocket. Yeah, let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. Yeah. This list has so many fucking references. So that's the first one. Second one.
I'm not
we
gonna use
got,
that. If only Kinsella got that.
I know. And the guy's not really telling you what it is. It's more so you just drink it and see what it is. Let me
wait. He's
check
like,
this
"Oh,
one.
this is really good, Kinsella. You should try this one. It's very good."
Okay. He sets down 4 shot glasses in front of you, and he says,
Oh,
he asks you, "Do you drink? You can
Yeah,
drink all of
just-
these, but you don't have to. There's a different
just one
thing for
after
each."
another.
Yeah, and he sets it down in an order. Do you drink them all, or do you like
Yep.
drink 1, 2, 3, 4?
How
Okay.
many did he put down?
There are 4
4?
shot glasses, so they are single shots. I will tell you, they are all a sort of viscous green liquid. And he does tell you that like one of these is gonna make some weird shit happen. I don't remember which. I've already forgotten. But one of them gives you a really good effect,
Oh.
and then the other 2 have no effect. So you could drink all 4, or
Oh.
you could guess.
Oh, that'll be fine. Just gonna go two, 3, 4.
Okay, you got all 4. So this is called the Sears solution. The first 2 shots have no effect. You drink them, no problem. The third one, you get 60 feet true sight for 3 minutes. So it's not very long. It's only 3 minutes. But in that 3 minutes, you can see you have true sight. So that's pretty cool. But it's only for a few minutes. It basically, you can see through illusions and invisibility and stuff like that. Like you can just, if somebody was invisible, you could see them.
Nice.
True sight's pretty cool. The fourth one, though, as you down that, you immediately start to hear this grinding sound, this ticking sound.
Oh, not
and
again.
you start to see like flies and all kinds of things buzzing around you. The
Ugh.
fourth one gives you horrible audio visual hallucinations for 5 hours.
Oh, no.
Oh
And
no.
they change. They do change. Like what they are. So it's not always flies, sometimes it's bubbles, but like you just start to see some weird stuff over the next 5 hours.
Oh, no. Sappy's
wish
having
to
a
continue-
bad trip.
I would say one more drink, and then the other I'll roll for, and then the other 2 are no real effect. Do you want to go for one more, or do you stop there?
Yep, let's go gambling.
Okay, one
Let's
more.
go gambling. Oh, dang it.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So this one is you said to get something fine, something good, something maybe a little pricey. So they give you a very fine liquor. It is entirely clear. It is not something like vodka, and in fact, it has no real scent, but there's frost coming off of it. And as you drink it, it's very refreshing. It's, even though it is liquor and you get that burn, it's refreshing, like you just drank a really nice glass of water. But you're just really cold all of a sudden, and you continue
Colder?
to feel that cold. Colder, yeah. You just it doesn't have any really huge effect. It's called the Mountain's Bounty. It's basically just spring water that makes you feel really cold for the next few minutes.
Ugh.
So yeah, and then the others you get are more standard type stuff. I'll say for all of that, go ahead and roll me one more con save.
Oh boy. Oh shit. Hang on, what do I add to this?
Oh no, is it bad?
It's pretty bad. That's a 7.
What was it on the die? Was it a natural 1 or was it higher than that?
No, it was a 3.
A 3, okay. Then you do get 1 level of drunkenness, which basically you just, it's disadvantage on ability checks, I believe. It's 1 level of exhaustion is what you have. If you need to know what effects you get from that. I believe 1 level is just disadvantage on ability checks until you rest.
But
Okay,
he's
so
not
as you're doing that, oh, go ahead.
too bad, just a bit tipsy.
Yeah, basically, you're a little tipsy. Your fingers maybe not as dexterous. Things like that. You're not fully there, thinking as clearly. Little tipsy. Okay, and then is there anyone else who would like to have any drinks of any kind?
I want to roll on the table. Seth just looks at the bartender. I can't read that shit. Just give me something.
Ballsy people in today. Okay. Let's see. That one actually I can't use because that one doesn't make any sense. We'll go for this one. Okay, so you. Okay. Would all of you be up there by around Seth? This is a very important question. I know Sapling would, but like, yeah, you'd be there. Is there anyone who wouldn't be up there?
Then
Kinsella wouldn't. Okay.
Where is
Anyone
it?
else who would not be up there?
Up where? At the bar table?
Up at the bar, where around Seth.
I sadly sat in a little bit of a corner. A little bit.
Corner? Okay. So you wouldn't be there. Okay. The reason I ask is because this is called inverted rum. Seth, I need you to make a con save.
Hmm.
16.
16. Not bad. You feel nothing. It's a rum, but you'd feel nothing. Any one of you that are around him immediately start to feel just a little bit tipsy. Not a level of drunkenness, but you just start to feel a little woozy, like you had half a drink yourself. Inverted rum, when you drink it, everyone around you becomes drunk. And so a lot of the people at the bar are like, they took a sip, they like just took a sip of something, and then they go, whoa. Whoa. Looks at the drink. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Would anyone else like something? Or Seth, would you
one
like
specifically, I'm not sure if
Merrick.
they have it here. Just well, this is all happening. Just kind of ask if they happen to have I believe it's called Black Midnight, or any reserve of that. I sent it in the player chat from earlier.
Yeah. Guy kind of thinks about it for a moment. Looks around. Let me check real quick. Let me check. Goes in the back. Comes back after a moment. Okay, so we have something like that. I suppose if you're wanting like that, we got a little bit, yeah. Let me pour it up for you, and let me. Would you like me to give the description of what you see, feel, and everything as you drink this? It is
I would like that.
interesting. Okay, let me make sure I'm looking
If
at
it's
the
what
right
I think it is. Because I remember it's something that you had said before.
It is, and I'm actually making sure I get the right one here because there are a couple here with a similar description.
Yeah. Before drinking it, however, I want to have that photo on me. The one that we got from the. So I don't know who had kept track of that, if that was in Chiron, or if that was someone else.
The
Those, the photo.
The photo, yes, I believe I have all things.
May I see that for
Definitely,
a little while?
yes.
I'd like to.
I will give him the photo from the various items.
The map.
No,
The map.
the map? The map, not
the photo and the map.
Okay, then both.
Yes.
I know how I'll describe this. I had to think about it. Okay. So this is a liquid you are given. It is not a single drink. It is 9 different, very specific liquors. And they're not all liquors. Some of them are herbaceous sort of tonics. All of them put in a thing until it is layered into 9 separate layers. And you are told to drink it all at once. Do you do so?
I have it on me. Yeah, I'm gonna do it now. Drink it.
Okay. It starts off at red and is a sort of gradient that leads down to black at the very bottom. And as the last drop crosses your tongue, you feel nothing and nothing happens. But you have this faint memory as if something just did. You feel like you just experienced 9 different forms of torture over the course of months, weeks, maybe years, all leading up until that moment when you took a drink. Reliving your life in a worse way, some ways as it was. And then you take that last drop. And it's as if you experience all that torture until the last drop is gone and now you're back. You feel the feelings of it as if it happened, but it's kind of like a bad dream. You remember, but was it real? And that's kind of what you feel. And for you, it feels like a while sitting there. But for anyone else watching you, it was half a second. Bartender kind of just watching you the entire time as you're sitting there drinking.
I'll set it
So,
back down once I'm finished.
He's kind of looking at you. He's like, "You good? You all right?"
I am now. I like to remember.
Some weird fucking people today. And he goes back to washing his glass. Yes, I'm looking. I just saw. Try. You haven't tried. I'm not going to give you the answer until you try.
Well, then, to try, he's gonna look at the bartender. What is the strongest thing you've got?
Strongest in terms of getting you hammered, or strongest in terms of having an experience?
He's gonna kind of glance at Olakas. Life's too short to not have experiences, so why not?
Oh shit. Okay. He's gonna be. I'll be right back. Well, he comes back, and he's like, "All right. So, this is a different experience. Your friend over there got an experience, but this is a little different. Go ahead and down this, and it is 5 different shot glasses. It is not the same as what Sapling got. It's 5 different shot glasses, all a different color. And I can actually tell you if I can spell. So one is black and syrupy, one is blue, one is on fire, one is green, and the last one is white.
Oh, this one again.
Wait, what's
Yes.
those?
A little different. But yes, do you go through? Okay. So, starting in the order, the black one. Black one goes down like molasses. And you immediately start to feel this roiling in your gut, like the worst case of acid reflux. And you start to burp, and there's acid that begins bubbling up out of your mouth, burning your tongue, singeing the inside of your mouth, your lips melting off. And as the bartender's watching, he's like, "All right, next one, come on, keep going," and so take the next one. And the blue one starts to crackle with lightning, your teeth acting like little bits of metal sparking between them, and it's just frying the front of your face. The one that's on fire, you take a sip and it just, or you down the shot, and that roiling in your gut does not get better. But smoke starts to billow out of your ears and out of the holes where your eyes are. And everyone's kind of, some of the people at the bar are kind of watching at this point, like, oh god, somebody's getting that one. You take the green one, and it's a bit minty. It's minty and refreshing. And your face starts to kind of knit itself back together. It's almost like it's in reverse. All of the damage that was done in reverse, even the smoke is going back in, like you're putting the video in reverse. And then with the white one, the entire glass is frosted. And as you take that down and you breathe outwards, there's this belch of flame, green flame. And then there's this cold that takes over. And you're fine, like nothing happened. And the bartender, he takes all the shot glasses, rinses those out. Yeah, we had a guy, he stopped at the first one because he got afraid. Yeah, you can't do that. You would simply die. Yeah.
On one hand, I want to take a bet on that. On the other, it's probably still stupid.
It might be best not to question. I think he knows what he's doing.
Well, obviously, but still, I'd like to take a bet on it eventually. Given that I know the outcome's not death.
I'm not going to question that. I just work here. Yeah.
So, how about just the strongest alcohol at this point?
Here. He literally reaches under the bar, sets down. It's a black bottle, entirely black, can't see through it. On the label, there's no name, just a skull and crossbones. And he's like, there you go.
He's just going to glance specifically in Chiron. And he's going to take it.
Uh-huh.
And let's see just how much he can actually drink.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and make me a con save.
That would be a 9.
A 9. You start to drink it and immediately start to feel its effects. You do start to feel its effects, start to feel a little lightheaded. Go ahead and make me another con save. Because you're not done. Like, this bottle, it is a normal, like, beer bottle size. That's after, like, a sip.
On nat 20.
On nat 20. You are chugging through it, but you're kind of, there's that thought in the back of your head, like, fight or flight's kicking in. And it's like, I need to stop. Do you stop or do you keep going? Keep going? Okay, go ahead and roll another con save. You know the drill.
17.
17. gets harder and harder as time goes on, but that is still enough. You are almost to the bottom. One more.
It's 19.
19. The last DC was 15. This one was 20. It goes up by 5 every time. You finish it. You do finish it. And you're sitting there not really feeling much more of its effects than you were before. And then, like you just got hit by a truck, you have 3 levels of drunkenness. And you immediately start vomiting all over the counter.
Oh,
This is one of those drinks where if you fail at the by the end, least twice, it's just you just start vomiting everywhere on the counter. The guy sidesteps it. You asked.
Well, I will start moving. I will start getting Seth outside, get some fresh air.
It's a good idea.
So I would like.
And
Conceala's been still at the door, just leaning against her arms crossed, watching this absolute unfair bombardment of emo-ness, just, thinking to herself, yes, it's okay for literally everyone else to do this. But as soon as Seth starts rapidly approaching her, she's like, nope, and leaves outside and would like to go to, does this place have stables?
it does. Yeah, it's on the other side
I'm
of
gonna
town,
go
so
to-
it'd take you like 10 minutes to get there.
Yeah, I'm going that way.
Okay. Keep in mind, by the way, all the emo-ness that just happened in the bar, you do not know about that. It was not a
No, but like
visual
watching
thing.
just each reaction, just like then watching
Yeah.
Seth progressively get worse, just like
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm gonna
Well,
go back to the
um,
bar.
yeah. You make your way to the stables. Again, it's about 10 minutes to get there. And they're still open. So yeah, they have some horses for sale. They have some that they're getting ready to be for sale. They also have various just different accessories and things that you might need for a horse. But yeah, you get there. What are you looking for?
stable boy.
Stable
girl.
boy. There is a middle-aged gentleman. He seems to be the guy that runs the establishment, and he's balding a little bit, and he sees you approach. Hey, what can I do for you?
Do you have a hayloft?
Hayloft. Yeah. Right over
How much
there.
gold
Why?
would I have to give you to not tell anyone I'm here?
That's He kind of starts looking around a little nervously. Can I ask why?
I just don't feel like being found right now. I want a place to sleep.
Make a persuasion check. Because the way that is said is, and I'm going to say with disadvantage.
Ominous.
Because, yeah, because this is, well, it's not even just ominous. It's basically, you sound like somebody running from the law, which in this place you aren't really, as far as you know yet. But I mean, yeah.
Wait. Just counted that. Why did you forget? 18. No, 17.
18. 17, that was with disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He gives us kind of a sigh. Nah, I've been there. All right. Fine, but if somebody... Listen, just be honest with me. Is it the law that's after you, or you got people you're running from? Like, because if the guard come and they search my shed, I could lose the business. So
They're
is it the
not
guard
guards.
that's after you? Okay, well, that's fine. Then yeah, Hayloft's over there.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't
drop him
think
10
there's
gold
anyone
and walk
else.
away.
Oh, thank you. That works. And yeah, so you go, and he looks happy at the 10 gold. So you have it's the hayloft. It's not the most comfortable thing, but it'll do.
It's worse. I've slept in a bin before.
True. And so you situate yourself there. It's getting a little later in the day, so at this point, are you turning in for the night?
Yeah, I don't feel like returning until I suppose they're drunk. So I'm gonna say noon the next morning. I'm not returning until then.
Until noon the next day? Okay, I will remember that. So then, back over to the rest of you. Is there anyone else who would like any drinks or any conversation you would like to have?
Not anyone else. I want to go back up
Go back up where?
You-
the bar.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm in the corner. I'm like dazed. So apologies.
you're okay.
I would like to talk to Encheiron after a point.
Well, I was actually planning on taking Seth back to our inn room if he doesn't. It after he's done vomiting.
The vomiting does.
Sure.
It's like an upchuck and then it stops. But Merrick, you would in that case see then in Chiron.
I'll tag along.
Seth going, you want to go with? Okay, perfect. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was going to ask.
Encheiron's
Um,
frail. Seth is inebriated.
Yeah,
I should probably help.
perfect. So then you guys start to go. Sapling, a note for you, and Ulrich, if you're looking up toward the bar at all, you would notice as well. At some point, Olakas left, and he's
Oh.
just gone.
Ooh.
Could still be there somewhere, but you don't see him at the bar. Sapling, but you go up. What were you wanting up at the bar?
He's just gonna like put his hands down on the bar. It's like, do you have anything that will get rid of those horrible dancing clowns?
Friend, yeah, you got the dancing clowns. Well, I do have a thing. It's meant for. Just drink this, and he hands you what looks like a glass of water.
Are you
He's like,
serious?
it's not water. It's not water. I promise.
Okay. He's gonna chug it. Fuck those clowns.
It's slightly thicker than water. It's like it's a little thicker than water. And slowly the clowns start fading away, and they all start screaming like ear-piercing screaming. No, don't make us go away. And as the last drop's gone, so are the clowns.
Long live the clowns. They had a short life. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I guess that
The
works.
clowns are gone. This does negate any levels of drunkenness and any of the positive
Give
or
me a
negative
fucking
effects.
leaf lovers.
Yeah.
DM.
So basically, it's like you haven't had a drink yet. And yes.
Oh, would I be able to notice that Consolida like went missing?
I mean, I think that's reasonable. Consolida didn't necessarily roll any kind of stealth check, so yeah, I mean, I think it's reasonable. Consolida just kind of got up and Consolida was by the door already and then left.
I'd like to go after her, but I won't interrupt the conversation. That's just something I wanted to say.
Okay, no, you're fine. I go ahead and make me a perception check though.
Yeah.
Because Consolida may not have necessarily rolled stealth to get out, but Consolida is attempting not to be found in a location.
Oh, I didn't hear the first half, so I was completely confused as to what this meant.
The first part of what I just said, or
The first part, but
I don't know what you did.
I don't. I really don't know either.
Okay, so are you wanting to still go and try and find Consolida?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
then
that's
roll perception.
yes. Concur.
Yeah.
My perception's a -1. Please, Lord, be lucky with me today. Thank you, Lord. It's only 15.
A 14. I'm gonna say probably
15. Oh,
15? Yeah, still probably not, because Consolida is trying not to be found and went
that's
halfway
fair.
across town. You wouldn't necessarily know to go that far.
Mhm.
But you do try, you walk around a bit and just don't see her.
Damn.
So with that, Sapling, you are now cleared of your drunken state. Do you end up staying at the bar for a bit, or do you eventually make your way out? Now, in your cleared mind, you can notice everyone else is gone.
Yeah, I he's gonna look at the bartender like, okay, well, this has been horrible, and now all my friends are gone. Do you have anything normal here that would just make me feel good?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got tea, we got coffee. I actually have this really new blend I'm working on. But anyway, we also have just some normal drinks. We have some juices. I could make something non-alcoholic, like a cocktail that's non-alcoholic. Those are an option too.
You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna go find you. You have a nice day.
I'll try.
Gonna leave.
Okay. Where are you headed? Are you just looking for people you know?
Looking for anyone.
Okay. Um, here's what I'll say. Ulrich, would you have started heading back, or would you have gone to the inn? Where would you have gone after not finding Consolida?
Probably back at the inn. Because if I can't find Consolida with her magical disappearing act, I will say, don't stick it up and grab me, Missy. I'll return back
Then
to the inn.
to the inn. Okay, then I will say that works out because Consolida, you are where you are. Um, then in that case, all of you except for Consolida are heading to the same place. Um,
Whee!
so you all at various times get back to the inn. Uh, you get back to your room, your shared room. But the person behind the counter is kind of like, "Hey, we did happen to get another room open. If you want another room, you'd have to pay for it. But if you do want a secondary room, I have one available."
Uh, I will decline. Uh, uh, I'm. I'll be fine, and I will bring
Seth up.
Seth with me up.
Okay. That offer is offered to any of you that arrive. So if any of you did want a second room, that is an option.
I'll
If
take it.
not, you'll take it. Okay. So it is 2 silver per night. Um so yeah, 2 silver per night. Um so just, you can pay either in advance or you can pay per night.
Just
Last Friday night, I slept at the fucking inn.
just give him a gold.
Give them a gold. Okay. So that would get you if my math is correct, that would get you 5 nights. Ha.
5 nights
Uh,
where?
oh boy. Uh, so you get a room, and it is the room directly next door, to the one you guys were staying in. And yeah, so you all make your way to your various rooms. So who's rooming together? Is it Merrick alone, or is
Is his name Freddy?
is no, his name is not Freddy Connor.
I mean, I know I'm staying within Chiron, so I would probably be
Yes,
staying
I'm in the
Okay.
chair in our room.
here.
Okay. And then Sapling, you would be the last person to arrive. Um, I believe you would know which room they were probably staying in. I believe that information was shared. Uh, oh, and you were, I believe, there for like a minute too. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you make your way to that room?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way, and all of you get in your respective rooms and places of rest. It is getting a little bit late. Um, is there anything anyone would like to do before bed?
I'm not gonna stay here, but I'm gonna
Okay.
uh offer the house again, mainly to Seth, who no like the water.
The shark arises.
The shark.
The sharky.
Sure.
You sure.
Shark. D-R-N-G.
Chirp. Chirp.
Sorry, I was thinking for a second. Thank you, decline.
Gasp.
Ooh, the shock. Oh, the heart.
Le gasp. Okay.
Le gasp.
I would take that, but I'm not making the old man drag me.
Oh,
I-
no, I mean, I can bring you there. It wouldn't be hard at all.
No. I'm not leaving the old man's side.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
We're buddies now. Not moving.
Oh, I see. Okay.
all right. I will kind of like
You have a new son.
yeah, kind
My
of.
boy.
I'm just like a little bit.
My boy. Father, help.
He's gonna kind of look up at Chiron because Chiron's actually really fucking tall in comparison. I should know how that feels. You really nice. You know that?
Thank you. I try to be polite.
You should be more of an asshole sometimes.
I
People don't deserve all that niceness. Myself included.
well, I think that you're a very good person. Well, I don't quite know you, but you seem nice enough.
No. No. If I am nice, I don't know what that makes him. I mean, sure, he's definitely nowhere near like me, but no.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly don't think I shouldn't be this nice to you.
You should definitely keep in mind what I've said, though. Don't. Not everyone deserves that.
Well, I think most people are innocent in some way or another.
I don't mean any offense by this, but you don't have that great of a judge of character.
Well, maybe I'm just an optimist.
He's gonna kind of turn, clap his hands onto his shoulders, a little rougher than he means to. There's a man out there, and if you see him, he does not I don't think there's a single mean bone in your body. And he is whatever the opposite of you is. If you ever hear about this guy, and he gets really serious all of a sudden. The laughiness kind of stops. If you ever hear of a man only called the Doctor, he is not good.
I'll keep that in mind.
Good. And he's just gonna kind of crawl over to the corner where he was before and flop.
Well, I thank you for offering, but he seems to want to stay here, and
Yes,
I'm
that's
and
fine.
I'm also quite comfortable here. I'm gonna settle into my chair that I staked out earlier.
Okay.
I assume you will be staying here too, Alish.
Oh, oh. Is it alright if I stay with you?
With me?
Mhm.
Oh yes, yes, definitely. He's not excited. No, 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 no. He's
Yeah,
tons of friends.
and so, all right. So Ulrich and Sapling going back to Sapling's place.
Yeah.
Seth and Chiron in the tavern room. Merrick in the other, and Kinsella in a hay bale. All right. In their respective places, once you all arrive to them, is there anything else anyone would like to do before bed?
The first thing I did the first time when I got to the room, and go through, make sure the doors, the windows are locked, secured, close the curtains over them, kind of arrange furniture in a way that I have just like a clear view of everything from like one corner. Set a chair underneath like the door, make sure it's blocked. Nobody can get in that way. Just that.
Okay. Sounds good. And this room is a carbon copy of the other, so you know exactly where to look, as you have already done so in another room. So it's basically a carbon copy. So you inspect the room. It, as far as you can tell, looks fine. All right. So going
Ma'am.
once, going twice.
Ah!
So you all get various different amounts of sleep in various different comfort levels, but you all get rest. Come morning, you wake to the sound of gulls, some louder depending on your proximity to the water. Um, God damn it, this fucking chat. God damn it. Connor,
Oh
I
god.
hate you.
Connor's right
Uh,
though.
no,
fuck does that
no,
mean?
he's not.
He's not.
Neither of you are right.
I support my father whether I die or not.
It was simply a song reference. I don't actually mean it. Leave the horse alone.
I'm not the one going to his house while
You're the
minorly
one
intoxicated
commenting
at
on
night.
it, though.
You are,
I
yeah.
mean, we're all thinking that.
No, It's just you.
It's just
I don't believe that.
But you wake in the morning. Those of you in the tavern, there is the smell of breakfast foods, different breakfast meats, bacon permeating the air. There's also coffee.
Yes, I will of course order some tea and a nice spread of breakfast as well as coffee. I probably wake before Seth. That's who the coffee's for.
Oh, yeah. And
And
so
I will
you
definitely
wake. Not great.
yeah, and I will definitely drink my tea with the other kind of cookie that I got for myself, the chai snickerdoodles.
You're
Also
making
very
me
good.
hungry. Yeah.
Okay. And so those of you there, enjoy your food. Seth, it does help. It helps with the head. It's very unpleasant. Also, Seth, you wake up and you feel like there's something in one of your pockets that wasn't there the night before.
He checks it.
Okay. It is a letter with a seal that you are very familiar with. It is the seal of that you and Olakas share. And it is a wax seal.
He'll open it.
Okay. Take one of your nails, open it up. And it is a folded note, as well as, sorry, I have to do math, 6 pieces of paper. The note, in short, basically, it's written from Olakas.
Can't read it.
Correct. It is Olakas's handwriting. You can tell it is his handwriting, but you cannot read any of it. And so there is lots of scribbles on here. But you don't know what the fuck it says.
And Chiron,
Oh, yes.
2 things. 3 things. And he sits there for a second, like actually counting on his fingers. Yes, 3 things. 1, thanks for the coffee.
Not
It
a
is
problem.
disgusting, but it helps.
Hater, boo.
Second thing, I don't know what I said last night, so probably don't mind any of it. Third, again counts in his head, making sure that he's correct on that. Hands over the paper. I can't read this.
Of course, I will read the note out loud.
Okay. This note, written in a very practiced script, says, to Seth, or whoever is reading this for him, we require your assistance, the assistance of your group, with a task. And it gives a vague description of a location off the coast of this island. And it says, there is a city that has risen from the water. One that is thought to have been lost. And we would like you to investigate. There is, of course, payment. We have also provided the slips of paper that you will need to gain passage on a ship, as well as this will act as payment for the crew. And the slips of paper that are there are essentially like checks. They are like, it's like if you had a boarding pass and a check together. It is a piece of paper that basically would allow you to charter a ship if needed, but also you can then use these slips of paper to pay the crew. so you do not have to pay anything out of pocket. And it is signed from Ola Cass.
Well, I suppose we can bring this to the group when we convene.
Guess so. Haven't had one of these before. Feels so official.
Do you want to know anything that you said last night?
A little bit. I don't remember any of it, and I don't like that.
Well, you complimented me quite a lot. You said that I should not be as trusting as I am, and you also advised me to be very careful of a man who is only called the Doctor.
His face falls immediately. I mentioned him.
Yes.
Not getting
Oh, Connor froze.
Oh no.
I mean, I heard what Connor said, but Connor's entirely frozen.
I heard what.
There
Did
it
it
is.
fix itself?
Is good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I can presume what was said.
Not
Uh,
getting drunk again.
That. Well, if you don't want me to mention it, I won't.
No. Life's too short for that shit. If you've got questions, ask them.
Well, you mentioned to Barbara that you shared some enemies. Is this doctor one of yours?
Call him that.
Well, then I can offer my services in helping you with this person.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
You're one of them churchy types. Why? Why do you work with them? Why do you serve them? What good does it do?
Well, before all of this, what the church did was mainly help people, and that's what I still do. I help people who need it, and,
How? What do you
well,
do to help people?
I offer my services. I can make shoes. I've been doing that for some time, giving them to people who need them. I usually can help around farms, doing odd jobs, providing healing, and, well, now, my services have been to defend people in court.
A lawyer?
Defend people in court.
Uh,
What
yes,
people?
those charged with use of magic, I defend them, make sure they have a strong case.
Oh, okay. So you're part of the problem then. Not anything against you in particular, because I know you just follow orders and stuff, but how many people do you know that actually got through that? Who won?
Well, I've defended quite a few people, and I can say that none of them have I've actually not successfully defended anyone.
He's gonna stand up in front of you, holds his arms out, showing himself off. This. I'm not the only one. Obviously. But do you know what happens to those people?
Well, I know that many of them are imprisoned or executed.
Many of them turn out like me. Or worse. I'm one of the lucky few. The doctor is not my only enemy. You aren't. You're kind. You're different. But the people you work for,
They,
can't stand idly by and watch them continue to do this to people.
they're
I.
in the wrong.
What?
They are wrong. I agree.
As I've said before, life's too short, right? I was a magic user too. Except I was, or rather my family was given some sort of choice. That choice was to give me up. To just kind of looks at himself, try to find a way to remove magic from someone.
Well, that's terrible.
And I'm not the worst thing they've done. Many of them just don't make it out. And I have never seen someone else leave. Not in my lifetime, at least. I'm not that old, but still. But those are my enemies. The church, the government surrounding them, and the people that they send us to.
Well, I won't do anything to stop you from taking your revenge.
I don't even want that. I just want to stop this pain. The thing you saw earlier with me. Well, yesterday when I was fighting Olagas. I didn't just learn that randomly, I promise you. I didn't. They did. I'm not saying you have to do anything. But consider who you're working with. As many of them don't deserve that kindness that you've got.
So, as you both are having that conversation, a lot of you are also waking up for the day. Concelita, I'll start with you because you are one of the people who is alone. You end up getting up. You said you wanted to join around noon, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
About what time? We'll start with the people we were just with here, and Chiron and Seth. What time would you say you want this conversation to have been taking place? When would you have gotten up?
Well, it's after Seth had gotten up, so
Seth, how late would you have stayed in? Sun rises at 9 a.m.
On one hand, monk training and stuff says get up early. On the other hand, he had a raging hangover.
Okay. Your monk training from the monk order says get up early, start your training, get ready and everything. Olicast training says if you're hungover from the night before, let that pass before you do anything, or you're not in top shape. So maybe like an extra hour.
10:30-ish.
10:30. Okay, with the eating and everything. Okay, we'll put you at 11:30, so almost noon. Merrick, you are back. What would you be doing? The walls aren't super thick, so you would hear that they're speaking from the other room, but you'd really have to listen to know what it is. But you know at the very least that Chiron and Seth are awake.
I mean, likely I'd hear them. I wouldn't much listen in beyond the first few words. Happy it seems that they're bonding. And then, I don't need much sleep. So I'll be heading off to the wharf master to get
Okay.
those papers I wanted.
Yes, on the Lightfoot. And so you make your way there, and oh boy, I remember this character. So you you arrive, and one moment, yeah.
How are you doing?
GG.
Oh, you know I'm away. What?
Okay, sounds good. Connor is going to have to dip because has to go do work things. Because
Oh,
that's how it
no.
be sometimes. Yeah,
Uh,
has to go do manager duties. But anyway, we will
That was
continue.
time
I'm
to
glad we
go.
got that conversation out of the way. Yeah, that
Yeah.
worked out. So then, Merrick, you want to go down to the wharf master. Okay. So you enter the building, and it is empty except for the wharf master, who immediately looks at you, takes a sip of coffee. Hey, how are you doing? I
Likely
haven't
better than
had
you.
my coffee yet.
Ah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
What do you want? You wanted papers, right? Sip.
Yes, and I would greatly appreciate it. At your earliest convenience,
It's okay. I'm
if I
feeling
could
some
have
of the energy come back. Yeah,
No,
this
no.
is fine. I can do that. All right. So I'm gonna go get those papers now. For there it is. I'm gonna go get those papers for you. I'll be right back. And he's gonna run to the back.
I'm
And
gonna
you
pick
hear
up the
rustle,
coffee
rustle.
mug, just look at it, smell it, just see it. Is this just coffee?
It's I mean, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
All right. What's that? Investigation. It's 8. Oh, that's a 10.
A 10. Oh no. Smells like coffee. Looks like coffee. It's probably coffee. Although it does have, I will give you this, it does have a little bit more of a sweet smell than normally coffee, so it's probably got a lot of sugar in it.
15 sugar.
Whole bag.
15 sugars with a drop of coffee.
Yeah, he's having sugar flavored coffee. Or, sorry, coffee flavored sugar. That's what I meant to say.
But yeah,
Okay.
just do that, set it back down, wait, cross arms, kind of pace back and forth.
Okay. And you're not waiting long. Comes up with a envelope with a bunch of papers in it, kind of like a manila folder type thing. Brings it out. Here you go. Here's what you requested. I got these papers for you. I got my guy. My guy went and got them. He got them. Where'd my cup? Oh, here's my mug. Just whole rest of the cup. All right, and there we go. Here's your papers. Hope you enjoy your papers. Go. This is Lightfoot. Yeah, Lightfoot. It'll be here, like I said, maybe a week and a half or so. Is there anything else you need?
Not at the moment, but you have served me well, Wharf Master. Thank you.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Just leave.
You hear chaos behind you as you leave. And so you leave, and you have a packet regarding some general information about it. It's just a copy, a handwritten copy of some of the information regarding it. Do you want to look at it now or look at it later?
If there's like a bench or somewhere, just like a building I can lean against, just start to kind of like quick once over before reading it in its entirety at a secure point.
Okay. There is a place you can kind of prop up and looking through it. The Lightfoot, in short, is it's a brigantine. It's so it's on the medium side. It's not a massive ship, but not super small. It is armed, but it's very, very quick. Despite the fact that it is a brig, which normally would have like 2 sails, for its size, they crammed a couple extra smaller sails on board, and it also is recorded here as having some what they refer to as legacy enchantments. Because while magic is outlawed, if there was something from the past that had enchantments on it, it was generally allowed to keep them because the act of getting rid of them would have been harder
Mm-hmm.
than not. And so this was a ship that was enchanted for speed uh, before magic was outlawed. So it has a legacy enchantment. Um, it is able to move a decent bit quicker than a ship of its size normally would. The cannons are not enchanted in any way, they are standard. And it mainly is known to be ferrying cargo back and forth from these islands. It also came from, I have to double check the name of a port. It is not Bermsley. It originated in Bermsley, but that is not where it came from this last time. It came from Skystead, which is on the other side of the continent and is downriver from the ruins of Kingsport. Roughly.
Interesting.
Yes. And that is where it originally came from for this one. But it was actually heading back towards Bermsley and then would be on a return trip with more cargo. But yes. Yes. Any other information you were just wanting to see if you could find on a quick look through? Anything specific?
Is there like a captain's name or a first officer, any crew members?
Yes. The 1 moment.
Or cargo manifest as well?
So funny enough, there it is. The cargo manifest is all very simple goods: grains, dried beans, uh, things like that. Things that were like food items, and there was like some wood and some nails on there as well. None of it really stuck out as anything crazy. It was just large crates of that sort of thing. Although looking at the weights of some of the crates, the weights do look a bit off.
Mm-hmm.
They look more than they should, similar to what you experienced. I will tell you the captain's name is Radley Ogden, nicknamed Scarface. And I can send you that name if you'd like.
Yeah, Radley Ogden.
Radley Ogden. And I'll just go and send
Nickname.
that in your player chat. Captain of
Yeah.
the Lightfoot. Just because that's a little bit of a weird name, not a super common name. So there you go.
Thank you.
That is the captain. And as far as the first mate, it actually doesn't have a name for him. There's a name for almost every single crew member, but where it would say first mate, there is no name given. It's actually
Interesting.
it's kind of funny, and this is a thing that I actually ran into at one of my old jobs. It is no name given with no spaces. Little story from real life I'll tell you here. When I worked customer service, the system glitched and it said no name given, but is one word. So I said, "Hey, is this Mr. Nonum given?" Because I
What?
listen, when you've been working and reading a script for like 6 hours straight, you're not paying attention anymore. And I'm just reading what's there. So it says
Mhm.
Nonum given, I'm saying Nonum given.
That needs to be put on a
that
shirt.
honestly though, that is essentially what it says. Nonum given.
Yeah, his new party name.
Oh, no
Oh
good.
god.
The no name's given. Nonum's given.
Non-game. Yeah, none given.
Oh no.
We shall. Did we pick a party name?
No, we haven't
didn't.
yet.
Okay. That yeah.
I'm voting for that one.
I will say this is your party, but there was a suggestion that was given previous. I'm not going to say what it was, but one of you gave a suggestion before. I'll have to find it again, and I loved
I've
it.
given a suggestion, but
I
I
know
don't
I
know if you
have.
loved it.
Ah,
I put my
man,
suggestion in the planner chat.
it might have been
Oh.
that
Do you
one.
know
I
the
don't remember.
gist
I'll
of
have
it?
to look later. It was fuck.
I'm looking through the planner chart.
The only one that's in the planner chat is the one that I made.
Yeah.
This one. I'll put a well.
Just bodyguards.
Yeah, because I
Sounds
like the fact that later down the line it has a change. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing though in storytelling. I love when like something has a meaning in the beginning, but as things evolve, it changes.
Mhm.
It gets progressively worse.
Yeah. But seriously, if you guys think of some cool
Ooh.
ones, like yeah. At some point somebody's gonna be like, what do we call you? So you might want to have an idea at some point. But
we
yeah.
shall have that discussion eventually.
Yeah. But anyway, you look through, and that's kind of some of the information you get. There is no name for the first mate, but the rest of the crew does have names. And then the captain, of course, I gave you that as well. And yeah, the cargo, while the weights are odd, much heavier than it should be, some lighter than it should be. That's really the only thing that catches your eye. And that's kind of what you get off of that. While you are at the docks, you do see the wrecked ship that was where the bakery was. You can now see a name on the side of that as it's being repaired. And it's actually been repaired quite a bit just in the night that happened. It is called the Elphinstone. That is one word, spelled however you want.
I like that.
Elphinstone.
Elephant. I'm gonna write what I think.
It's I'll tell you, it's ELPHIN stone.
Also, I wasn't that far off. Okay.
Yeah, no, the Elphinstone.
Do, do,
Aw,
It
I like
is.
that.
It's a ship about the same size as the Lightfoot, just in appearance. It's also a brigantine style ship, although it looks to have more guns on board than there are portholes. So it is meant for some form of combat. But yeah. so there is that. Okay, so you're there. I'm curious, Sapling and Ulrich, what are you guys doing in the morning?
Good question.
Very-
When would Ulrich wake up?
I would kind of think around 10 because he wants to just kind of get dressed and ready for the day.
That's fair. That's fair. Probably wake up at like similar time. I don't know,
Yeah,
before or after. It doesn't matter.
that is
Yeah.
really fair. I would make breakfast for.
You will make breakfast.
I will make breakfast.
My
That's it, Ghost. That's it, Ghost. Hold your thing.
Yeah,
Hold your
Hold
ground.
I
it.
will
You're
make
making
breakfast.
breakfast.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you
I love
are.
it.
Alright. You can go
Yeah.
ahead and rummage through my kitchen and make
I'll be
breakfast.
as neat as possible.
Siblings.
No,
Hooray! It runs in the family.
I'll be as neat as possible. I will be making a lovely pancakes on the mirror. That sounds
And
good.
Ulrich sets hot chocolate on fire.
No, no, we're not giving it more treats.
Oh my gosh.
Not the hot chocolate on fire. That's my thing.
Oh my god. And so you end up making a breakfast, and perfect. And so yeah, you both end up having a very nice homemade breakfast, um, and getting ready for the day. Is there anything else either of you would like to do?
Besides trying to buy a journal and trying to find Consolida, who's been hiding in the hay, if you will. I was niche.
Here's what I'll say, because actually I think this works out. The time it would take you to get to the market once, which it would be open at this point, a journal would cost you a copper piece. It's not
But
that expensive. You could, if you wanted to get like, you probably you might have ink and quill and stuff already.
Mhm.
Yeah, then yeah, a journal would be a copper piece, and it's a decent size, like maybe a couple 100-page, little book. So that'll suffice. And while you're out, given the time it took to cook and make eat breakfast and everything, I'll say about that point, it's hitting about noon. Concelida, you getting up and about.
I
Where would you be headed?
I wanted to go to the fucking markets and stupid.
oh,
Perfect.
this works
So
so
as-
well.
Ah!
It really does. Because even if you were going to the inn, you'd have to pass through the market. So
Ha
like,
ha ha ha.
you literally you walk into the market. What were you looking for while you were there? So I can
Bagel.
accurately
No.
describe.
Two bagels.
I need clothes.
Okay. You can find someone selling clothes. They have different types of clothes. There's somebody who does like crochet. There's somebody who does knitting. Some people who does sewing. Different kinds of clothes.
He
So
needs
you can get
undergarments.
all kinds of. Okay. You can definitely get some.
He freaking sucks.
I'll say probably 2 copper to get what
Probably
you're
that's
looking
fine.
So
I
do-
see a giant fucking horse with a
As you're
stinky ass
checking out.
priest.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
As
You
you're
did-
checking out, you literally look over, looking at me.
I was looking at
him. Like literally just peeking over, and you all see each other at the same time. And you're like, at this point, what, 15 feet away from each other?
Consolida, there you are.
Yeah.
Don't start running. Consolida!
I'm not running. I'm walking. I don't know who you are.
Can we walk with her? Please.
Just
Yes.
gonna briskly walk.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Consolida.
Gonzalina.
Consolida.
Gonzalina.
What?
We want to talk
Hi.
to you. Are
You're
you
not getting a
okay?
chance.
Girl, I'm sorry. A little bit of me's coming out of Elvish. Jesus.
A
Girl.
girl.
Yeah. But I think we need to talk.
Just keeps walking. Is there any like stalls doing any fruit, Val?
It's like selling fruit. Yeah, there's a couple like fruit vendors.
I would like a banana, orange, and apple.
Are you purchasing or stealing?
Good question. Should I? No. I will not, for once.
You will purchase. Are you wanting banana, orange, and apple, or one or the other?
Yes. I would like all three. I'm hungry.
All three. 3 copper. Copper apiece.
Recover. That's fine. Start throwing like the apple core, the apple skin, the orange peel. The people behind me following.
Consolida. Consolida.
Banana slaps in your face.
Consolida.
I'm not. I'm composting.
Consolida, can you at least stop walking?
No.
Can
We
you
need to
stop
talk.
composting the dirt
No,
roads?
we don't.
Yes, we do.
Yes, yes, I am.
Consolida.
Don't you have some church to go suck up at?
I would like to talk to you, and no, as I am by myself with
Oh,
Sapling.
yes, talking like we did those 4 years ago when you just stood and stared. Definitely.
Do you not think I have my immense regret for not acting?
You only have immense regret because I disappeared. I don't need you in my life. I never needed you in my life, and I don't want you in my life now.
Well, I don't. Always just like,
I'm
I don't know.
sorry, Ghost. I'm sorry. if
No,
I
no,
hurt
no.
you.
Calm down. Always just like seething with this like guilt and stuff because he's also like okay, let me think. Always would like step closer to her and kind of be like, for 4 years, I was worried sick about you. Do you not think I tried searching for you? Waited for
Man,
any sort of letter or any answer?
why would I help someone who betrayed me?
Betrayed you. I didn't intend to betray you.
Oh, yes. Like you didn't intend to favor Galliard either. Like you didn't intend to take our parents' love. You didn't intend to be exactly better at me in every possible way.
Why, first of all, from what I'm understanding, you're mad at me for putting my effort in for something that I've been wanting to do for years?
I'm mad at you because you got everything easy. You could do magic easy. You got our parents proud. Being
Consolida,
proud of you easy.
that wasn't easy. It was a challenge in itself. You saw
Oh,
it as
please.
easy.
And look where I am now. Compared to you.
You know what? That I was worried for my sister for 4 years and I
I'm not your
wanted to see her
sister.
again. I really feel like at that point, Ulrich is just gonna walk away. He's seething with anger and he does not want to handle how he's feeling right now.
So is she. I'm sorry, Ghost, if I
No,
got any
no.
feelings.
I'm like genuinely trying to like think as Ulrich in the situation where he is trying to express it and it's like to a point where that already stung him enough and he's just like, I need to breathe.
Yeah, no, he's okay.
Okay.
Just
You're
because look at the sapling.
Standing here, this is awkward.
Just looks up at him. Well, go chase after your boy crush.
What?
Go.
No,
Why?
I don't know.
I'm eating your plants. And she start walking away.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna follow you.
Where are you going?
I'll probably go to the inn where the others
You're
are.
going to the-
And I really feel like Alicia's just probably gonna go up to, like, get himself a glass of wine and just kind of just go upstairs and sit in the rooms, you know.
Consolida made that threat, but she literally just takes a longer route to go back to the inn. Just to annoy Sapling and hope that he didn't follow, and he followed.
He's
Yeah.
I always feel like somebody's
Somebody's
watching
watching
me.
me.
Hey,
This
I
fucking
get
horse won't
privacy.
leave. Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Woo!
So, with that being said, at this point, in Chiron and Seth are still there. I'll say Seth is taking a nap. Also, one moment, please.
Oh, so I can see s'mores being out of
She
out of her
is.
mouth.
Connor left the dice out, and S'mores is batting dice around, and I could hear it, but I
One
can't see
second.
it. But I'll say Seth is taking a nap. Because of headache.
Yeah.
But in Chiron, you were there. Ulrich, you end up entering because you said you were going to the room, right? I believe that's what you said.
I believe so, yeah.
And yeah, and so Ulrich enters, and then Consolida, you said you're going there too, huh? Just a little bit
Yeah.
later.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So Ulrich, you're in the room within Chiron. Seth is
Mhm.
taking a nap, and then a little bit later, Consolida enters. Sapling, do you go in with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So you,
oh, good. Almost everyone's here.
Mm.
Why
You know,
is he so
fuck it.
cheery?
Well, I had a good breakfast.
Just look him up and down.
Is everything all right?
PG.
I'll
Please
go
get this
get
horse to stop following me.
Insight check.
inside that shit.
Can't escape his
Inside.
eyes.
I can't
Can't lie,
lie.
All I can hear is like, oh, I'm all eyes. I mean ears. I mean.
Ugh. I can't
That's a natural 20 for a
lie.
total of 26.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you don't
just
even have to fucking roll.
I can't beat that even if I wanted to, and that's just a 6 -1, so a 5.
Oh god.
No, I'm not alright. That's your answer.
I really feel like something's wrong. If you want to talk about it, we can step away for a second.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Please leave me alone.
I guess I'll go get Merrick.
Well, I was just about to say, about that time, Merritt gets back.
Wow, welcome to the
I'm
party.
going to the
Well-
window past Chiron.
Well, now that you're all here, Seth, kind of, has a proposal for you. He's, we
It's-
got a letter from that Holocaust person, the one who, his mentor. It seems he's gotten an assignment from whatever people they're both a part of, and they've paid for the 6 of us to charter a boat to a nearby city that has risen from the waves. It's very unclear what is going on, but they want us to go check it out.
A different city?
Just off the coast of here. It's not far.
Didn't that ambassador say something about that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me.
Perhaps those things could be connected.
It does
No shit.
it does seem worth checking out.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't mind, to be honest. That'd be fun, I guess.
Well, it, Sapling, are you okay with coming along with us?
Um, well, if it's not too far, I guess it would be okay.
Well,
So I suppose we need to pick a boat. We've got these, and I hand out the little boat passes.
aw.
Basically. And there are these
What?
nice little passes, and they, you know, have instructions on them for the ship, um, as well as instructions for how you use them. You give it directly to the captain, uh, and there's little words on there. Don't worry about the fine script. Don't worry about that.
I'll read the fine script a little bit.
It it basically says this can only be used for ships. This cannot be used for carriages, airships, or other transportation methods. It's
You
basically
know,
just like can only be used for ships.
fair enough. That's very useful information.
Mhm. Oh, and would anybody like some room service? It's included in what was paid for.
It's 12 a.m.
And
Polish actually made us a nice breakfast, so
12
probably
a.m. is
okay.
a perfectly fine time for breakfast.
The breakfast was rather
How old are
yummy.
12
you?
p.m. Well, it's hard to remember the exact numbers, but
Okay,
about
don't worry.
Oh,
I
tell me
got my
about it.
answer. It's don't. Noon is a good breakfast. Yes. Okay, and Karen.
I think. Oh, my brain's Fritz fuck me in Zeth.
Well, maybe
Opa.
you shouldn't be day drinking.
And maybe you should just, I don't know, have a civil conversation with someone without leaving.
I didn't walk away that time.
Nor.
Nor. Nor.
No.
No, the condensation.
No.
Consolida.
No, the condensation.
It was a freaking mermaid.
I'm so sorry, but yeah, no, shit. No, but no, I only walked away because I was so incredibly frustrated. But
Mm,
you
but I
seem to
didn't
be.
walk away that time.
You walked away every other time that I tried to have a conversation with you. You cannot say for the one
No.
time I did.
I mean, yesterday I climbed a building and tried to talk to you. Well, no, I didn't try to talk to you. I won't say that. But I did climb a building that was facing you and letting you
Yes,
talk at me.
yes,
if you
yes.
would, it seems this might get heated. If you'd like to stop that from happening, I could perhaps be of an assistance.
Oh yeah, you're another priest.
Well, I was just thinking that if you don't want your emotions to get in the way of an honest conversation between you two, I do have a spell that can help calm some of those.
Do not touch me with your filthy magic.
To be sure, I simply want to express points and my concerns, but I am no longer related to this heathen.
That's so sweet of you.
Oh, sorry.
These things have issues.
Clearly. I just want to be honest.
You get one question.
Where did you go for the past 4 years would be a great one to start.
Wondering.
Did you not? One question. So that's my answer, I guess.
Does only Ulrich get a question, or do we get questions?
Ooh, exactly. Ask the questions.
Fine.
Ask the questions.
You will get one question. I suppose.
Okay, cool. Why are you guys so mad at each other?
Ask her, of all people.
I'm asking anyone who will listen.
Well, for starters, she disappeared for 4 years. Worried sick about her. Not even a letter, some type of message, anything like that.
Right, got that part.
And
That's been made clear.
dear sapling, would you like to know why I left?
Yes.
Well, it started with our lovely occupations and gestures to Chiron and Ulrich. The church. Such wonderful people, aren't they? At
No.
least the followers believe that. Oh dearest youngest myself. I wasn't that young. Anyway, no, I had perhaps stumbled upon the true reason why the church is so greedy with magic, and obviously they don't entirely like knowledge being out there. So, as I was caught, they tried to execute me on the spot. And obviously, since we were in the same church, studying under the same roof, I didn't quite feel like losing my life that night. Which obviously ended up in an altercation. And my brother stood there and did nothing, as I was labeled a traitor, a murderer. I had no choice but to leave. And he did nothing. And he has the right to tell me that he was worried sick for his dear little sister. You really do take after your father.
I feel like Ulrich will okay, hold on. He just stands up and quickly is like, I tried my best to take care of you despite our parents' negligence. And I regret that day I didn't help you. Truly, I do. Because it will forever be a burden on my side.
Good.
And I understand that. But what frustrates me more is that I just want to reconnect with you. And I
What
know
is
you
there
don't
to
want that.
reconnect about?
Maybe we can get along, hope for the best, maybe alter some things and try to fix what we had broken.
Not while you still follow that awful, awful church.
Well, if I burn my sigil, it'll be great.
Oh, don't bother. Why would you listen to a crook? Traitor.
I never deemed you as a traitor, sister, or should I not call you that anymore since you don't see me as such?
Well, it seems that emotions are, in fact, running high. I do believe I get a question now. If you wouldn't mind following me into a different room, Consolida. I glance
Okay.
at the people. I don't want to, like, just say this out loud. And we walk into, like, the kitchen area, because I know you said there's, like, a few different rooms in this suite.
Yeah, there's a couple different rooms. So yeah, you could go into a side room.
And I kind of say this a little more quietly. What exactly is your relationship with this Merrick person?
Ooh.
I am kind of smiling. It's a little teasing because I
Aww.
kind of saw me with my passive 16 insight kind of noticed something was up in when she picked up that compass.
Uh,
Mm,
You cannot escape it.
but you cannot escape, you cannot come out. Mama.
just
Mama.
look at him baffled. How is that real?
Well, it's not relevant. It's a question.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I don't know.
Well, if you want something between you, maybe you should ask.
Yeah, maybe he should apologize for bruising my shoulder and yelling at me because I thought I was being helpful.
Well, I would also suggest that you maybe try to take a little bit better care of yourself. But you didn't come here to get a lecture from me. I'm going to gently put my hand on her and kind of squeeze her shoulder a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back to the others.
She'll let you. Just kind of stand there quietly. And about 5 seconds after you walk back in, she'll just go back to the window and sit there. What's that? 1, 2, 3. You get a question. Gestures at Merrick.
I have nothing I want.
Ooh.
Looks at Inkyron, gestures.
The drama.
Well, is everybody ready to go look for a boat?
Don't you think we should do that while the fish wakes up?
Yes, probably.
No, let's just
Besides-
take the fish with us. Let me put a pearl on my back.
Pick him up.
I mean, you could.
Pass him up.
Or
I mean-
could
Takes
say,
the
"So Seth
bed."
wakes up.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
We
I
put him
just
on a
thought of some-
raft while he's in the
No!
bed behind the boat.
I was
No,
I was
uh,
gonna
No, we
say
can't do this.
the water meme with like the guy being put on an air mattress and then pushed into the water. I just
Yeah.
no,
I wouldn't do that, of course. It was
No.
just the thought.
I would.
No, Consolida.
Cruel.
Bad. Cruel. Bad Consolida.
So, here's what I'll say. There would be a protest here. I know there would be. For reasons. I'm trying to think of. Okay, I know how to stall.
Ooh.
Because Connor is
Come
just
on.
now headed back home. By the time Connor is
Yeah.
home, it's going to be end session time.
So,
Here's what I will say. That is probably we'll probably pick up with boat beginning of next session. But I know how to stall. There's a knock at the door.
What?
who's
Oh,
knocking at the
knock
door?
at the
Oh my
door.
God. Open the door.
Open the door. Oh my god!
Open the
You
door.
open the door. Standing there is the gentleman who most of you had actually originally come here with, the
My
diplomat,
Joseph.
the dignitary. He's
You.
got kind of an upturned nose, and he's just kind of looks disgusted that he's in this place. He's like, "Hey there, I was told I could find you here.
Closes the door.
Yeah, no, Conselda holds up like a sword to his chin. Next time, you don't warn me that the person I'm going to go entertain is an alcoholic. I swear to God, I will revoke your
Oh,
something.
This is very aggressive for someone I hired."
Someone what?
Okay, someone I hired. I hired
Ah.
you. You are under my employ.
Not anymore, not.
well,
Okay. Well, I have a job for you if you are all up for it. The pay was good last time, was it not? I'll pay you very well again.
What is it?
What?
Get to the point.
Very direct. Off the coast of the island, there is a development. I told you about it before. We discussed a city of sorts.
Oh.
Well, there is a vault of sorts. A vault that is said to contain some items me and the Council of Bermsley would like. And you have all seen, and he's going to reach into his pocket and pull out a small pearl. Well, not small, a like fist-sized pearl. The one that rolled onto the ground before. This is the key for said vault. If you would be willing to make the trek and brave whatever dangers may be there, get in the vault and retrieve the things for me. You will be paid handsomely, and anything else you find there is yours.
So that would be fun.
Sorry, clarification. It's in the same
Yes.
city that we're being told to check out.
Correct.
Okay.
He does not know you've already been told to go to this place, so he's like, there is a city off the coast, a magical city that has been lost. You've probably never heard of it.
Oh,
Uh,
a magical city.
we should be able to do that. Yes.
That would
All
be
right,
excellent.
that would be good. Well, one of you is holding out your hand for it, but we should probably get some kind of contract wrote up or something. You know, I can't just give you this. This is one of a kind.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Uh,
Can I try and
have
steal
some
it like I
find
did
it.
with Merrick? Just as
Consider
he's
that.
staring at me, just take it.
Does
out
anybody
of his
have
hand as he is holding it tightly.
I have
Well, I mean, Merrick
parchment.
tried to stare at me, and I
Incredible.
took the journal.
hand it over. I will draft up a legal contract.
Since he is a
saying
lawyer.
You,
I
you
am.
literally
Yeah.
can do this.
Yes, I can
Lawyer.
do this. I will
Yeah.
draft up a legal contract that says we will go to this city with this key given to us, return the key and anything in the vault to the man, and that anything else we find in the city we can keep.
Yay!
Is that, and also whatever payment he's gonna pay us with.
Correct. I think that works. There is one little hiccup. We wouldn't want to say we. You could put your individual names,
Oh,
or if you have
yes,
a group
of
name,
course.
you could use that as well.
God damn it.
We have a group. We don't have
Threw it on you early, huh?
Hey, DM.
the
Yeah.
misfortunes, honestly.
What's this guy's passive perception?
Stop.
I don't have a stat
Stop.
block for him, so I don't
Stop.
know. But whatever
No.
you're rolling with disadvantage because
I
he
already
is
did.
actively watching. Well, I didn't ask you to, but it's good you did. You should just wait until I tell you to do things first.
Well then,
I suppose. Do we?
What did you get?
We even.
I got an 18.
Yeah, it's gonna beat whatever it is. Someone else was saying something.
Oh, I was saying like. So. Would anyone like to have a quote unquote team name for us? I guess.
Again, this feels like a decision requiring the fish.
Here's
Fish,
what I will
yes.
say. If you guys want, we can say you put something down here, and then by next session, you guys have until between now and next to come up with whatever that would be.
I will say that we come up with and put down a
You put it down.
group name.
No given name.
Placeholder. Not
A
a
pla-
given, yes.
No given name.
A placeholder name, and look it over again. Make sure it's all in order, and I will hand it to the dignitary. I will draw up another copy for us to keep.
Mhm.
Have him
Good
sign
idea.
both.
Yep, he signs both immediately. He doesn't really seem to read it.
Fine
like,
print. We get to
he-
keep the pearl.
We
he
get no.
glances at it,
Didn't
looks at-
Kyron
looks at
say
it.
keep
Okay.
everything that we?
No.
Not the
Anything
key.
but-
The key and the stuff in the vault.
The key and the
Yes.
stuff in the
Okay.
vault we will not keep. And however much he's paying us, which you will decide.
If he pays us 2 gold, I'm
I'll
gonna
say-
actually kill him.
I
I'm
will
sorry, just-
tell you, he does tell you the amount. You get 50 gold up front, and then 300 gold upon completion.
That is
Okay,
350.
Yes.
350 total.
50
That
I'll
is
come
per
get it in a
person.
minute.
Well, yeah. 50 up front, 300 per person, and that's written in there as well.
Okay, is it okay
So-
if Ulrich writes everything that has happened in the journal so that it's documented for sapping?
I will. Here's what I will say, and I
Charles
think
here.
thematically this actually is kind of interesting. I will go with the idea that unless you tell me different, that is a thing you are doing always.
Mhm.
And in a way, this entire streamed campaign is Ulrich's journal.
Yay! I'm so
Obviously-
excited!
There are certain details that Ulrich
Of
would know
course.
because of like certain things Ulrich was there for, but excluding those, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
This is that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite my
So-
journal.
So there you go.
How big
Um,
did you say the pearl was again?
It
Fist
is about the
size.
size of like standard fist. So if you have a smaller fist, it
Okay.
might be a little larger. But you have it on your person
Gee,
now because
thanks.
yes, you succeeded. He's
Oh
standing
my
there. He's
God.
like holding it, and he goes, "All right, here you go." Oh, did I drop it? What? And he like starts looking around on the floor.
Over there, sir.
Just stood there
What?
like,
How did you? Okay, don't do that again.
Maybe she won't, sir.
It's in my fucking
Oh.
hand.
It's like welcome to Pearls and no! Where did
Where
it
did it
go?
go?
So
Everyone
my
keeps
question,
saying that, but none of you saw it.
True.
yeah, is there anyone here who deliberately does not sign? I'm gonna ask Connor when Connor gets here, but is there anybody who doesn't sign, or does everybody sign?
I'm gonna sign it with my full name.
Oh
Oh,
no!
God.
You could. You
Both
could.
copies. Yeah.
Both
Both
copies.
copies. No space for us. We'd have to write in the back.
It's like that
Yeah.
one guy on the Declaration of Independence who just slapped
John
that thing on there
Hancock.
all big.
John Hancock. Yeah.
I'm gonna put
Well,
my
Okay.
fake name down.
What is the name you're putting? And make sure you write this down somewhere.
Marcelo de Morte.
Muerte.
Because that's important. It's good to know what name is put down. Because who knows? Maybe this will come back to bite you in the ass.
Yes, I do sign in Chiron Laradrian.
I sign Ulrich Jokin as his name. I don't. Shut the fuck. Joking. I'm just joking with you, bruh. Ulrich is like, someone says his last name is like, oh, so you're joking with me? Fuck you.
Aha.
You hear Consuelo they start
And
snickering.
Merrick.
Merrick.
Just Merrick.
Sign. Just Merrick. Okay. That suffices. Okay. And then
I just
again, I'll
wanna-
ask Connor when Connor gets back.
Ye-
But you are now all under contract again for the city of Bermsley
I'm coming.
because to
Gross.
investigate this city.
Shut up,
He does
all
give
of
you
you.
a little more information. What? What?
Making fun of guys
Confused.
because we're horrible people.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You are given a tiny bit more information on this location you're going to. There's the map of the Giant's Tooth. It's actually on the map of the Giant's Tooth.
Ooh.
It is on the right side of the actual islands. It is called the Lost Lands of Merculid. They are a cluster of islands that once were said to have existed, sunk beneath the waves centuries ago, were mostly forgotten, and then rose again. There is a race of people that inhabit these islands. They are all majority Tritons. They are people of the sea. There are, as is shown on the map, there are some like little whirlpools and things, as there are storm. That is to represent the storms that do happen around the area. The lands of Merculid are kind of in an eye of the storm sort of situation, where there are storms encircling, but once you get through them, from the records that are there, the storm stops once you're within and becomes normal again. Very tropical place. From what everybody knows, there are a lot of ruins that have been spotted. People have been there, but you are being sent specifically to locate a vault in the central city. There is a statue in the center city of a man who is not a Triton. It is looks like a human man. And underneath that statue, there is a great vault. There's many treasures, some very old, and then there's an artifact you are being sent there to find. It is a pearl similar to the key that you have. The key was made in its image, except it is much larger. It is probably about basketball sized, so about this big. And you're not given much more information on that artifact, as the dignitary doesn't know much more about it, but he just knows that is what you are there to find. and that is under the statue. No name is given for who the statue is of, but you're given a general description. Bald man. The statue is of him on a horse. He's wearing full armor and has a set of wings flanking him. He's not described as an Asimar, but he does have a set of wings. He's not really described as any race necessarily. So he could be an Asimar, but that is how he's depicted in the statue.
Mm.
But yeah, it's in the central city. The islands are much smaller. There are islands that are larger than, like, for example, the island you're on right now is smaller than any one island there, generally. But, like, the cluster of islands is not very big. So, yeah. And then he says, you'll probably want to charter a ship of some kind. But there are plenty. There are plenty of ships. You'll just want to find someone who's a little... You might need to find someone a little crazy. If you're going there, the storms... Well, lots of people wouldn't want to go that way. So you might want to find someone who's a little, willing to do
Chiron.
things people wouldn't.
Yes.
What of the captain we had met the
Captain
day before?
Captain Sarian might be a good fit.
I also think that as well.
We'll see if we can catch him before he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like you might have someone in mind. Hi, Connor.
Yes.
Come here for a sec. Oh, you can't hear me.
Connor!
Never mind. Hi, you're back. So, 2 questions.
Shockman has returned.
One, Dignitary came back, and he's like, hey, yeah, I know, ugh, right? He came back, and he was like, hey, I have a mission for you guys. Go find a vault on those islands off the coast of the thing, which is where Olakas was trying to send you guys. Would you have signed the contract basically saying, yes, I'll work for you, I'll get paid by you, and then I will go to those islands and get the thing you want? Everyone else has signed it. I'm asking if you would.
Oh, I made the contract.
Okay. And also, and Chiron actually wrote up the contract, so it is like in your guys' favor. Also, you guys have to find a party name by next session because you wrote placeholder name down. Second question. Actually, it kind of answers it. You're gonna have to go on a boat. You'll do it, right?
Well, Seth's going to.
Seth will do it. Fair enough. Okay,
Let's just
I'm
say
confirming.
Someone has to drag.
Fair enough. Yes, Concelta.
No, we're coming to the end of this session. I don't know if it would
Yes,
be
we are.
appropriate to ask. Probably should have asked you before the session. Callie here mentioned a pair of boots that I might take interest in.
Like a
Is
magic
there
item?
any? Yeah. There be anything
this?
here that I could possibly find it? I don't remember what he mentioned. It was the boots of flying or something.
Wing boots.
Wing boots.
Let me look. I need to mainly look at the rarity.
They might also be called. They might be called boots of flying.
Yeah.
I just know them as the winged boots because that's what they
That
are.
is-
They're the boots with
That's how I
wings.
found them as online.
Yeah.
Okay, they're uncommon. That's mainly what I needed to look at because this place is a trade hub in an area with low church presence. So if there was anywhere that you could find that sort of thing, it's probably here. I mean, do you want to just go? Like, we can say that you went around and looked and asked around.
Yeah.
If you want.
I don't mind going grabbing
After
them.
getting paid in 50 gold up front, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
also,
definitely.
Connor,
I'm going
hi.
to totally be using my money.
Yeah, you do get 50 gold up front before this mission. So each of you add 50 gold.
I literally thought Connor came back with the shark costume on as well. So like he went to work and then came back with it on. Oh.
That just reminds me of having to go pick up my pizza dressed like this.
I am, in fact, wearing it again, but no, I took it off work.
Oh, wait, how much were drinks yesterday?
Oh god.
No matter what anyone said on what they would cover, Seth covered it all.
Yeah.
I'll say
Never mind.
for Seth, it totaled up to like a gold, and most of that was Olakas.
Fucking Olakas.
It's awesome.
Here's what I will say. prices for magic items are really tricky because I've never agreed with the prices of magic items because normally it's like, oh my god, 16,000 gold. That's a lot. I'm gonna say for the wing boots, given what they do, let me double check here. This
I'm gonna
blind
grab water.
Can you stop clawing my legs, please?
Okay.
No.
Here is what I'll say. You will be able to get those. They'd be about 600.
600.
600, yeah.
Hmm.
So you do find somebody. There is somebody that has them. And it would be 600.
How much purple would I get? You're trying to steal them.
Good luck. You can definitely try. You could. Do you want to try?
I mean, I'm a rogue. I've been stealing things for 4 years now. I'm just gonna walk away and just. All right, okay, and then just
Come back later.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll see if they're still there when you come back. But yeah, yeah. So you go, and yeah, there you go. So you know that they are here. Is there honestly? We're gonna end the session here in a moment. We can start next one off with getting the boat. Before you guys would do that, is there anything anyone else would want to do before we wrap up for tonight?
Scream. No, I'm kidding.
Scream. Ah.
Ah.
Okay. Ah.
Oh,
Go
Seth, I have
crazy.
a. Seth, you're awake. Waves in front of his face. You up? You okay? Need help?
I don't need help. What?
I gave them all the opportunity, so I might as well give it you. You have a question to ask me if you want.
Looks her up and down for a second. Do you care if I call you Cell?
Like in jail, so?
No. It's part of your name? It'd be better than calling you Khan.
You can call me. This little squints, looks him up and down herself. You can call me Lou.
I'm watching you.
Lou.
You bastard, I'm watching
Alright.
you.
That was my question.
Okay, you can go back to sulking. You look like you have a headache.
Questionable. Dude.
Okay. Well, that seems like it. Unless somebody else has anything they want to do. I give the opportunity.
You
Okay.
nuking Kyra.
I'm good.
I was
Hold 'em
trying
off.
to write down a thing, sorry.
You're okay. Does that mean you do want to do something, or you, Connor?
During that little conversation with Concelida, I think he'd basically just kind of look at her. Since you gave us the opportunity, I'll give you one too. Be
Oh.
nice. You know?
Be nice.
I am being nice to you.
Oh, sorry. I just can't hear
And
you. Rumble.
returning the favor.
That's so sweet. I don't have one. Can I reserve this for later?
Sure. Anytime you want.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, then in that case, we're wrapping up for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. That's it for the stream, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget every Saturday. Do the likes, the comments, and the subscribes. Woo. Good night.
Caw. Woo.